Howdy folks, welcome to Mosaic Team 5, our original Starfinder campaign. I am Joe Treff, your DM this evening and most, and joining me are my friends Matt, Dan, Kara, Olive, and Ari. We are going to play Starfinder tonight. We are also likely going dancing, and so confusingly, we are in a group of dance-adjacent attire. There's a holiday, there's a party, there's a holiday going on, so lots of different things happening here.
What's our date?
Yeah. No, absolutely. Give me 1 second here. Let's turn down the grand intermission music, and we'll do a little bit more. I love it.
Cheerleaders are dancers too.
Yes.
Yeah. Cheerleading's a sport.
No, man. It is. Can I tell you?
It is. I also believe it is.
In the year that I played football, there were more than 3 times as many injuries in the cheerleaders than there were in the football team.
Oh my God.
Well, you try throwing a person up in the air and catching it.
I won't. I watched a bunch of teenagers do it, and it did not work out. Yeah. So we are going to play Starfinder tonight, but before we do, a couple quick announcements. First of all, Adventures in Oberon, Courts of Everest, our original D&D 5th edition campaign is going to be tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are in the sort of after effects of a battle against a number of goblins. They are going on their way to a coven of hags. That is going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we are also Alberon RPG on Instagram and other social media, alberonrpg.com, etc., etc. You can see close-ups of things that are on the table right now. Just cupcakes, just miniatures, but there may be encounter maps. We'll see.
Cupcakes and minis are some of the best things to have on your table.
Also true. But probably not on our Instagram. What?
I'm not going to eat them all.
Matt just all the cupcakes.
Matt's just sliding candy at me.
Yeah. No. Yeah, so those are the announcements that we have. And with that, what looks like a tomato?
The candy. He's trying to hawk some tomato candy at me.
Sometimes gotta eat tomato candy. It's time for tonight's session of Mosaic Team 5.
Were you drinking together?
Mosaic Team 5. Last we played, you met the USR diplomatic officer, Commander Wesley Dorian, an individual who you had met previously upon your arrival to Prime Station. You rested, and at long last, you leveled up. With Shade going to the ship to repair equipment and to walk Squeak, and perhaps Bubbles, a little bit unclear on that. But in the morning, you were given a ride to a USR-owned conference room with a stunning view outside of the 3rd Pacific Fleet, and you were introduced to Admiral Calvin Woe, a hero of the Vesk War and an individual who was there to award all of you the Speaker's Medal for Valor from the USR. You were then offered an opportunity to wipe your not insubstantial debt away by infiltrating an underground lockout ring based out of a place called the Zin Crawler, which you've heard of a little bit, some of you more than others. You provisionally accepted, of course, running it by your boss, Peep, who, of course, said that it was a very exciting opportunity, after which you decided that with just a little bit of time left on the station, you would go about some various activities in 24 hours before pulling out and dropping into the drift en route somewhere. A little bit unclear as to where. But that is where we begin this evening. Give me just 1 second here.
Oh, probably starting as Shade.
I like the
I
idea
gotta
of
get
Shade.
myself out of the.
Shade is wearing shades.
Wipe out
It's like
smile.
Matt's a method actor.
it's a dichotomy
Yes.
right now. There's a lot going
A lot
on.
less dudes.
I'm just,
What?
yeah, what?
A lot less dudes.
Oh, it's bra.
Oh, bro.
It's bra.
Bro, you don't even fucking know, bro.
So,
Oh, no, there's sparkles on my dice.
when we last left off, all of you had met kind of after a night's rest. You are within that. We're all dressed up for the sort of celebration of this potential dance
Because we
off.
love each other.
And because we love each other very much.
I like to imagine that we actually never get into the club the whole episode this week.
It's, you know what? Can I tell you? I'm 1,000% prepared for that to happen.
$100 credit cover.
Yeah, no, I provisionally prepared for that
We were
because
here
of
before those
course
people.
there's the opportunity where you guys are walking there and it's like, oh, you see a baby, oh, I push it. It's like, oh, okay, well, I guess that's what we're doing now. Echo.
Shots fired.
So all of you are within the sort of USR embassy. You had just sort of broken apart after Shade, your captain, had said that after 24 hours you would all be taking off. And so currently, as I understand it, Shade is doing some mission-oriented things. Bubbles and Spice are going dancing.
Yes.
Echo is going to be doing some mission-related things of a different nature. And then Gibbs is going to go register to vote.
Yeah.
So, why don't we start with Shade and Echo? Shade and Echo, the two of you are kind of left behind by Bubbles and Spice. You take off. Gibbs, you're still around there, I imagine, so you're
I'm like
still
around.
there for the moment.
We got plane tickets.
But at the moment, you guys are kind of within this embassy hotel room. What do you want to do? Something a little bit lighter.
Are we still in the embassy or did we
Yeah.
go back
Yeah.
to the ship? Okay. I think
I thought we went back to the ship.
Oh, yeah, you guys can be back
I
on the
would
ship.
go
No
back
problem.
to the
Yeah,
ship.
the
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, you guys went back to the ship to
yeah.
have that conversation. Right.
Yeah.
So you guys are within the ship, within the docking bay.
we level up. We
Fairly
did
busy
level
here. You did level up, yes.
I'm in the wrong sheet. But anyway. So I'm just trying to basically do as much mission intel, but also like I have to do mission debriefs for the previous mission.
Yeah. A little bit of paperwork accumulated from that.
And so yeah, I'm doing that kind of stuff, and then just general mission prep, repairing more things on the ship, getting things ready, doing research to see what might be helpful, and then I want to contact Lieutenant or High Admiral Woe
Okay.
to formally accept the mission.
Okay. No problem. So, that's easy enough to do. You can kind of reach out to the contact, and though you wouldn't get Admiral Woe himself, you would
Right.
get like an attaché, and they would accept that message and promise to pass it on. In terms of questions and kind of research, is there specific things that you're researching?
I guess just like any news within the last 2 weeks around the Zin Crawler, anything like we know that the Carbon Cartel has a presence there. What else? Like, who are the big players in whatever like criminal hierarchy or like social structure there is that we're getting into, and how can we use that to blend in more easily?
Are you just doing that yourself, or?
I think initially I would start doing that just with, you know, the infosphere searching.
Yeah,
and
make a
stuff.
flat cultures
And
check then. Echo, anything you want to do?
Independently from Shade, what they
Yes.
had wanted to do was coordinate an entry plan to either Garache or near space, because Echo doesn't feel confident in leaving the director on the Zincrawler.
Okay. 19. Okay. With the 19, there's not a lot of information that you find on the infosphere coming out of the Garachi system in general. I would say you know that at the moment the moons are pretty far away from the planet itself. It does have 2 moons, Zin, which is where the crawler itself is located, and Locasis. Outside of that, there's an increase in traffic from the Vescarium. It's pretty mild, and it's really only registered because that lightly increases fuel prices, and that, kind of splashes across other finances. But aside from that, not a lot of news.
And we had known already a little bit that there's rumblings happening within the Vescarium, most recently because of the us killing Harlax, the Gore Fiend.
Perhaps.
And we had heard, cool.
So if you're trying to think about a plan, right away, Echo, you know that there are basically 2 ways that you can get into the Zin Crawler. If you were going to take the director, you would land in the Spine, which is this kind of district that there's people that you would need to interact with that would certainly know you. The way William the Pleaser has a way to get in, and that's really the other way. This is on one of the front legs. There is a access hatch that goes up an area. Make a cultures check and take a +10 conditional modifier.
Damn, that was a big mod.
Echo knows things.
Yeah.
One of the few times Echo seems to know things. Well, you can't always roll high. I rolled high upstairs.
That's good.
+10, you said?
Yeah.
It's cultures check? Mm-hmm. Would I get a bonus, or I guess, would I make it easier to recall knowledge about the criminal underworld
Yes.
from his background? So it's -5 to that.
Okay.
So 18 plus...
You get whatever you want. 18 plus
28.
10. Yeah.
28? Damn. Okay. That modifier helps. So this is something that is called the Pilgrim Staircase. And it's called that, I would say, with that check, there is an individual or like a almost urban legend known as the Pilgrim that haunts this place and kills people. There's not a whole lot of evidence that's real, but it's enough to keep the casual person out of that stairwell. It doesn't really go anywhere except to outside on a wasteland of a moon. So it's not really frequented. And so for that reason, William the Pleaser utilizes that as an access way, which leads into something that is called Warvox Shorn. And that is very much the sort of Vesk neighborhood that is located just on the front part of the Spine. And that's kind of like an alternate way that you could go. Of course, you could land a craft on the underside of the crawler and drill your way. And there's a million ways that you could get in, but those are the 2 kind of main
Mole
ways.
style. I see it.
There's a million ways.
I think Echo's plan was to use the Pilgrim Staircase.
Yeah.
Staircase way?
Staircase.
And
so you actually, with that roll, you would know it's roughly 180 flights of stairs. Not strict flights, but when you kind of add them together. Every 30 floors worth of stairs, there's platforms that are kind of designed for people who would be making this transit to rest. There's also a lot of stuff that's just been stored there over the years. And so it's become kind of like a maze of crates and boxes and old broken down machinery. And so, that's kind of what you would know about that. It is one kind of central staircase, but when you get to those platforms, there are quite a couple different ways that you could get there. And so it does get a little bit more of a warren there.
Echo's plan is to have the director interact with the Zin Crawler and, by extension, potentially Garache as little as possible.
Okay.
Recognizing that the director is such a unique ship, and to have so many pilots and mechanics around.
And specifically in the Spine, that is, very quickly those people would become very interested.
Echo wants to keep the director as far away from all that as possible.
That's smart.
And part of that research, I think, was to figure out, is it possible to make the trip from Garche to the Zin Crawler via shuttle? And if not, is there a safe space that the director could hang out? Or would the director just have to drop us off and leave?
So,
And come back for a rendezvous?
Garache itself is, with that role, the Garache itself, you know, it's technically a jungle world. I say technically because the entirety of the landscape is almost black to most people's vision. This is a planet that, because of its kind of proximity to its sun, it doesn't get a ton of light, and the light that it does get is really in the UV spectrum. So to certain species, it's a vibrant landscape. It's an acid trip to walk down there. For most people, it's like a bleak black forest with black undergrowth. The sky itself doesn't really get very bright. You could land there. It's not a terribly well understood ecosystem. You also know that there's another moon in addition to Zin, and so you could land potentially on Locasis. You did just recently hear the moons are almost as far apart as they can be at this moment from each other.
So, sorry, I think I miswrote in my notes. Is where Echo's mechanic friend, are they on the Zin Crawler?
The last that you knew, yes, they were on the Zin Crawler.
Oh, so Echo's home base was on the Zin Crawler itself.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Sorry, I fundamentally misunderstood Garache and the Zin Crawler.
No, that's okay. No worries, no worries.
But it could be possible to like have the director like hide amongst. It sounds like it's like Yoda's planet, but colorful.
So Garache itself, kind of like Yoda's planet, colorful to people that see in the only the UV
in that
spectrum. Otherwise, it's just like dark. It is like film noir forest.
It's cool. So like, and Echo would know that there's not a lot of people that make the trek around there.
Correct.
So is it possible to make the journey from Garache? Okay. I think Echo would like try to coordinate like a hiding spot plan with the director for somewhere on Garache.
Okay.
That they could make then the trek with the shuttle to the Zin Crawler with the team.
Okay.
And maybe obfuscate there.
Make a physical sciences check and take a +6 conditional modifier for the director's help.
Okay. Physical science. Okay, this is good. This is good. 19 plus 5 is a 24 plus the conditional modifier is a dirty 30.
Very nice. So not being in the system yet, just sitting here in your ship, it's hard to really kind of figure this out. And you have to kind of go by the data that exists as to the positioning of the different bodies in the solar system. And then mathematically, like old school, figure out where you can land and how long this journey will take. You figure out it will take roughly 7 hours by shuttle, but it's absolutely possible. It's doable. At its apex, it would take about 2 days to get there, and it's luckily not that. But yeah, you can certainly do that.
Okay. Then Echo wanted to like get something that could disguise the appearance of Spise and Shade that isn't a random set of mannequin arms.
You don't have those anymore.
I know.
And those,
And would probably, knowing that Gibbs is on the supply run, would probably outsource that to Gibbs with the like explicit direction of things like glamour projectors and like altering appearance tech or magitech if Gibbs has access to that, because Echo doesn't know what Gibbs is capable of. Gibbs is capable of lots of weird shit.
I think both of you would know.
And very specifically mentioning like Echo's attempt at a disguise was throwing a bunch of trash bags together and having Gibbs like roll as a trash bag in the wind. Maybe Gibbs is better at this.
There you go.
I take that shopping list.
You get that very long text.
Are we able to get materials from our contact? Because we still don't have ships for lockout, and I think we were gonna discuss that sort of thing.
Yeah.
With,
They said they were going to give you ships.
well, they didn't say that, but they
So
said,
if you're accepting the mission, once you are ready, you can contact Calvin Woe.
Okay.
He will get you in touch with the intelligence division.
yeah,
And
that's
they will facilitate not only crime
crime technician DFJ identity division.
overpromise, underdeliver. That's the
I don't
USR way.
I don't want to do. I don't want to do that and have it not be on purpose. So you're going to sit down with the USR Identity Division. They'll do an undercover identity for you. One of the crime technicians will. This will include a couple different things, including populating a fake social media account and a couple of things like that.
Is that something that we have to do on Prime Station?
No, that's like when you're ready. That's the last thing that you'll do before you leave.
We get to the
They also said part of this process will be they cannot give you starships. That's easy to trace. They really need you guys to
like acquire some.
Yes, and they have some suggestions as to how, and it was kind of intimated that they're not like yes. Yeah, definitely crime. So you guys are potentially getting to commit government sanctioned crime.
Yay!
Yes.
Instead of the regular
Can
crime that we
Echo
usually
provide
do.
assistance? Does Echo know about that?
I think it was
you were
Sam.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can
You were
Echo
there,
provide assistance
Admiral.
to Shade because they think Shade has a better idea of like ship makeups in general? Because Echo knows the like janky ships, but also knows where the crime is.
Yeah.
So Echo can inform where the crime is to obtain ships.
Yeah. You definitely can. You also know that the USR had a couple different ideas to potentially offer.
So I guess
you.
once we contact them, we'll get some more
Yeah,
answers.
and then you can, if you don't like those options, you can figure out a
we
different
just
one
fucking
yourselves.
go do our own thing.
Yeah,
We're just gonna go commit our
We're
own.
gonna build our own
We're gonna go to a
ships.
mall and steal somebody's minivan. We're gonna outfit it, and we're gonna be the Fast and the Furious minivan. Not sponsored.
Okay.
So, no problem. You guys said about your various tasks and research and acquiring some materials. Gibbs, you are sent this text, and you were sent out on a shopping spree. What are you getting? What are you doing?
So I know that we have access to the shopping trip coming up. So I'm gonna only look for kind of mundane options.
Okay.
So Gibbs needs a costume, and then Shade and Spice needs a costume. So she's gonna pick up like a bunch of different options. And we're in this we're in Capital City Prime Station.
Yeah.
Cool. Is there a magic tech shop I can infosphere a location to?
Give me 1 sec. Good question.
These cupcakes are so good. Please, everyone eat the cupcakes because I will eat all of them.
Like 6 yesterday,
Oh man.
and then like 2 today.
I would like make myself sick just like that. I would eat all of them in one day and then I would get sick. That's what I
It was tough because like every
Please.
time I walked by, I'd just be
Have
like,
cupcake.
1 cupcake.
I've already made the joke that I held the cupcake upside down. The bit is
That
done.
was a good bit though. I
Thank
like
you.
that. I rewatched that like 30 times. Okay. Magitech. So I would say with a little bit of research, you could find actually you passed it already, I believe.
Nice.
In the kind of red light mercantile district, you saw that there was something that was called the Cyber Dragon.
Okay.
And that seemed to be like a cybertech and magitech parlor, for lack of a
Dope.
better word.
Um,
Cyber Dragon enhancements.
cool. Gibbs will make her way there.
Okay. You hop one of those automated cabs. You go, no problem. You would find also there's no charge to you for taking this cab. You were never prompted for it. You just seem to be able to go.
Nice. I assume it's magic.
Sure. You go and
Just
you
gets another thing. Magic.
pull up.
Hello.
You kind of pass through the districts and you burst into the one that is just full of red lights and red signs, and you can see various people kind of walking here. And the car would let you out in front of Cyber Dragon Cybernetics, which you can see like a small kind of it's a very interesting looking kind of humanoid through the glass windows. You can see like they're blue of skin and the eyes almost look like they have some kind of electric component to them, but they have a variety of different magitech and cybernetic things that are kind of all on display. There's a few that you can see, like in anatomy class, those like dummy heads where you could take the eyeballs out and stuff. They have those kind of things, but they have the demo models where you can like take out the augment and put it in and see how it works. There's a bunch of cool little things like that. It's a pretty upscale shop. It's located between something called the Galactic Bazaar and something called Zekat's Noodle Shack.
Is it the world famous Noodle Shack?
It's not. that's only in Perdita.
All right.
I had a whole dim sum menu for you
Dan,
guys.
I
Dan
know.
wants some noodles now. I can see it
I
on
want
his
some
face.
fucking noodles.
Noodle shop. Oh my god. Trying not to get distracted by the noodle shop.
You look across the street, you see Granny Smith's Antiques. Diagonal from you is Admiral Stabby's, which is a knife shop. There's all kinds of stuff here, so it's very easy to
Alright.
get distracted, you know?
Related to stabby stabby.
Gibbs is gonna be like, Echo trusted me not to fuck this up, and walk into McDragon
Not
shop.
Admiral Stabbies?
You walk up to the Dragon McDragon, and you catch sight in the window, Gibbs, of across the street. There's one final shop. It is MoveTube, Ulubes, and more full dive GoPro rental experiences, and yeah, all kinds of things there.
Moo Blue?
But you see all kinds of things
Oh,
happening.
I'm going in the shop, but I like burst in because I'm like, oh, distractions.
No problem. So you first, and what are you looking for?
Glamour production bullshit.
No problem. Give me 1 second here. All right. And is there anything else that you're looking for?
Armor if they've got it for Gibbs, but really like that's the end of her shopping list. Oh, and like Gibbs will make a stop to like knickknack store and like get knickknacks.
Knick-knack store and get knickknacks. Okay. So
She went to the important store first.
1,300 credits is the price of a glamour projector.
1,300. Do they have two?
Yeah, they have up to 5 glamour projectors if you want to get one for each person.
No, two of us have one. I
Did
have
we
one.
receive any
And
more
Spice has a
funding?
Morphic suit.
No,
No, I don't.
Okay.
I have an augmentation.
But you also
so
haven't
it's
requested any more
morphic
funding.
skin.
Can I
I
text?
look
the
like
mission.
other Lishantas.
Or for bringing in,
Oh, the U.S. They told you that they were going to pay Mosaic Corporation, so that's.
So, is there anything else cool here?
I mean, yeah, a million things. You know, so like looking
Can I
around.
sniff out something that seems particularly cool?
Sure. Are you looking for Magitech in particular?
Yes. I don't care about cybernetics.
Give me 1 second here.
Excuse me, I have walked into this Magitech shop. Everything else is boring, thank you.
You're so ahead of cool things next door. Noodle shop.
There's no cool things. They sold them out last week. Do you guys have any cool things?
oh, our cool things are
So
on back
at
order.
the moment,
Sorry.
they have something that is called charged skin. And you can see on the mannequin itself, this is almost like, it looks like twisted fibers of graphite that are woven together to make almost like a very boring looking gray morph suit kind of thing. But I mean, if you ask about it, they'll take the arm on the mannequin and kind of rub it like you would if you were walking, and you see this just ripple of electricity run down, and you'd imagine this probably charges things as you go. You see there is also probably the highest end thing, something that is called a deception node. And a deception node is this little, it almost looks like a crystalline organ of some kind. And this seems to be something that would probably allow you to prevent things like what Spise does when she's reading thoughts or emotions. Probably be something that would be good for deception.
System and brain. It means I have to like.
It's
Yeah, these
a
are all-
cybernetic implant that only goes into your brain.
Correct.
So
And you can only have
another
one implant per system with a couple of exceptions.
Well, that's neat. Do you have any ability crystals?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, ability crystals are really rare. That's something that, like, so the Hollow Husk, there are a few that kind of like exist there, but they're hard to come by.
Can I request from Peep 2600? I'll send it via text. Be like, I'm at the magic shop. Need glamour projectors for Spice and Shade. I've got one. And also, here's a picture of it. And I'm in the shop, and I take a selfie so he knows that I'm like legit.
Okay.
So trustworthy.
And that purchase goes through.
Yes.
No problem. No text message back. No questions. No prompts. You're good.
And
He's
then,
a senior mission coordinator now. You can approve these charges. The paperwork trail is much shorter.
Wow.
Love this
Awesome,
job.
Peep.
Thank you.
and then really quick, antique shop, please.
Okay. You skitter across the street, dodging, the hovering taxis and things like that. Give me 1 second here. We're all over my documents. Okay. You go over to Granny Smith's Antiques.
Yes.
And popping the door open, the person behind the counter is like this ancient looking, not a Vesk. You've never seen this species before, but a lizard woman of some kind. You can see just like very odd looking, almost like definitely has a tail, but also has tails that come out almost like hair from the back of the head, like their body is just a whole bunch of different tails, basically. But they would show you the various little kind of knickknacks and tchotchkes. There's a piece, like a bunch of old furniture.
I get like multiple tablecloths, a lampshade.
Sure. She has a great selection of novelty lampshades. So like the leg and the lamp thing has one of those. They have all the different kind of pastel colors you could want. They have geometric ones with pretty much whatever you could imagine.
Cool.
That'd be pretty valuable in 2250.
Yep, and then just some like knickknacks.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
Cool. Can that? Oh, and a few velvet bags.
Yeah, mark off 15 credits.
Great, done.
When you could add 5 knickknacks and 5 velvet bags.
Great. And then Gibbs drops off the glam projector. Stick.
What?
Well done.
You have a glamour projector now.
Cool.
Gibbs, anything else?
Will you help me? The website's down.
What do you require assistance
Okay.
with?
So flights to like Rat King are like 29 hours long and like real expensive.
Gibbs, are you infosphering Rat King?
Yeah.
When you infosphere Rat King, a website that you've never seen before pops up. It is ratkingrace.infosphere.
Rat King Rays.
Race.infosphere.
Okay.
Wacky races?
And you can see in the kind of little blurb underneath the link, it says, this year the first ever Rat King mayoral race is taking place with Rat King now, and then, trails off. But that is kind of like the link to that website.
Echo realizes that Gibbs is asking for IT help again.
Right. You clean out my inbox once. You're now the grandchild I pick.
You like take Gibbs's communicator. There's this little green parrot in the corner that's like, hey, can I help you? And there's like already so many viruses on this
Look,
thing.
my
but
cursor's a potion bottle. When you click it, it pops
I probably gave my parrots so many viruses as a kid. I definitely had those things, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Echo realizes this is the cost of doing business with Gibbs, and helps book tickets to Rat King.
So you take Gibbs's communicator, crumbs all fall out. There's little bits of fur that are like curling out of the keys. Like you go and when you touch it, at first it's like one of the keys comes off, but it's just a layer of kind of grease and body oil that's formed like a little skin over the actual button, and it just comes away with your finger. It's pretty gross. But
Echo hands back Gibbs' communicator and pulls out theirs,
Yeah,
which
that's
is immaculate.
Okay, so
And then starts like researching on theirs.
can I get to Junk Falls from Prime Station?
yeah, oh yeah, you can get pretty much anywhere.
Can
from
I
Prime
get
Station.
there in 24 hours?
No.
Okay.
You think about like Shade's piloting, and like Shade's a great pilot.
Right.
It takes like 5 days to get anywhere.
Right.
So probably not at a
So okay.
Echo looks for absentee ballots. They've had to deliver boxes to like sides of roads before.
So, if you go to ratkingrace.infosphere, you can go and this seems to have it. The rest of that sentence is, with Rat King now obtaining city status of its own, as opposed to being a burg of Rat King proper. With the recent opening of Rentropy Habiplex on its edge, doubling the population, there's a need for leadership now more than ever. Read more about the candidates below.
Read more.
Akram
Oh, it
Refreshing.
scrolls.
It sort of does. It scrolls very shortly because it is just Aklam Refreshi, the only candidate who is listed there. There is underneath that something, and there's a whole blurb about her, but there's something underneath that says, there are currently no further candidates, but if you'd like to run, please submit your Rat King mayoral candidate form and 500 signatures by 4/20/2250 to ratkingrace@petrus.infosphere.
Blaze it.
Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. I need to call my family because maybe more people need help registering. And then I
Do you
call.
require assistance to use your communicator?
Well, the buttons are sketchy, right? Like the first button I clicked on told me that there was like sexy rats in my area, and then the second link I clicked on. So like, how do I know when I put my info in this form that it's going to the right spot and I'm actually gonna be registered?
To make 2 things.
Yeah, pick what you want.
It seems hard.
Echo thinks about this and was like, fair point. That's actually a
There's like 6
very
different
valid
forms,
point.
and they're all like so many numbers and letters.
So I guess Echo would spend like the next however long it takes to help Gibbs make a phone call,
Okay.
and B, basically suss out the legitimacy of the website
Okay.
as well as
Make a computer's check. Yeah.
Yes. I'm helping.
We have enough material to make 2 things. I'm making 1 thing, and there's a thing that we can make with the crystals. Yeah.
Before I
Is there
tell you
anything
my
that
score,
anyone needs?
I'm helping.
does that add or take away?
Wait,
My
sorry.
computer's
You're
isn't
rolling
bad.
for computers. This
Does Gibbs assistance
flat.
Okay.
Flat. Gibbs has earned that.
Bless you for flat.
Yes.
It's 26.
26. With a 26, so yes, this is a legitimate website that is traced back to Petrus. It is funded and managed by Rentropy. And so, I mean, it's a legitimate website. Its only candidate is the one that is being funded by the website. And so, like, I mean, as legitimate as that can be, there's nobody else running. And so, like, the race itself is a little suspect, but the website itself, it's sound enough. There is no real like security issues with it, and it doesn't seem like it is masking like a deeper website or preventing people from it. There is, when you look at like the voting absentee ballots, and there is one, it's complicated. There's a lot of duplicate forms, and there's a lot of places that like don't even really make a lot of sense. There's a place to put in numbers, but it doesn't tell you what, and so like it's challenging, but you can
It's
definitely do it.
intentionally obfuscating.
Yes, definitely that.
Echo would communicate all of that as well as the insight.
I
to
knew
Gibbs.
it. This is rigged. And I call my family.
Okay, who are you calling?
I guess I'll call Tobin to start. But I'll go down the phone tree if that doesn't work.
Okay, give me a second. Oh, I gotta bring up the family tree. And for reference, normally I'm more prepared, but I didn't know the Ari was gonna be here tonight.
Oh yeah, this is my fault. I'm sorry.
Okay, so who are you calling? Sorry.
Tobin.
Tobin. Okay. Only a couple of little rings go by, and almost instantly you see the form of Tobin.
Hi.
Gibbs?
Uh-huh.
Oh, Gibbs.
Hi.
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 It's been a while. How are you?
know.
Things have been really busy here.
Oh, good. Busy's good.
Yeah. They built a whole new apartment complex, and there's a lot of new people here. But that's good. I guess we've got all of our water and our food under control finally. Thank you.
So, okay, can you tell me a little bit about this election?
Oh, the racking mayor. It's
Yeah.
not really an election. It's just they're gonna make Aklama Freshie the mayor.
No. You have an opportunity here.
Gibbs, I went to the help office, and I can't even really make sense of the signs.
Okay,
But there's
okay.
nobody else running, so even if we could vote, we can't really vote for it.
You can. You just need 5,000 signatures. 50,000.
500 signatures? I don't know where I could get 500 signatures.
You have to canvass
But who?
the people who live there.
But all the people that moved in, that's a Rentropy building. I mean, they're all people who work there.
There's people there who Rentropy's done poorly to. So don't ask your neighbors. Ask the people who are suffering just as much as you were.
Make a diplomacy check.
I know what I want to
Okay.
be crafting during this time.
Some gentrification development bullshit over there.
My diplomacy's pretty good. 23.
23. Okay. Gibbs, I don't know. I'll talk to some of the others and see maybe if we can split it up and maybe try. But who are we getting signatures for? Who's gonna run?
Well, did Socrates ever make it there?
Socrates? Yeah, Socrates is here. You can see Tobin like looks around and kind of like scuttles over to like a little bit of a darker area and kind of goes, he's kind of intense. Do you really want to put him in charge?
Not like in charge, but like I was hoping he would be helpful. Like
I think it'll help.
But if he's not super. Yeah, we need someone who's like charismatic and like has the heart of the people. Like
Gibbs, you should come back. Gibbs, you should run.
I can't.
But Gibbs, you're Bottles. People know Bottles. Bottles made a difference. The freshies were gonna come in here and we were gonna be priced out, but Bottles made it happen, and now things are different. And that's because of you.
How far is 420 away?
7 days.
I can't even get there in 7 days.
But Gibbs, if we could get the signatures, that's all we need in 7 days, right? The election isn't for another month. You could still maybe come in time, and then we'd see you again. You haven't been back.
Tobin, I haven't been back. I'm no longer the heart of the community. I'm an online facade to support you or somebody. Tobin, I think you could do this. You led in my stead. You led in the crumbling collapse. You stayed. That was important.
You really think I could do that, Gibbs?
You have my entire support. And I'll support you as Bottles, but also as Gibbs. Tobin, it has to be you.
Well, if you'll help me,
I will help you.
I'll see if we can get those signatures, but that's hard.
I understand, and 500... Is it 500?
500.
500 can be a lot, but I don't know how they're... You know, like, people who used to live moved away, but if you didn't formally change your address, you might still be able to collect signatures.
I don't think that's how it works
I
anymore,
don't know
Gibbs.
how it
I
works.
think that was back in like the old,
Okay,
old
but let me call
times.
Nazma. Let me call Nazma and see if they can help you sign up as a candidate. But you start getting everyone. If everyone on the list collects 3 signatures, then you'll have 500 by noon tomorrow.
I don't think that's true, but okay, we'll try it. I think that math doesn't work. I think we would have 300, but okay.
Okay.
Run the numbers again.
Gibbs,
Yeah.
it was good hearing from you.
Oh, you too. And sorry about Crumb. I know Chip came back and was probably upset. So
He took it pretty hard. He's not here anymore. He left. He took a new job.
what's that?
I don't know. I think he's kind of proud to say, but I think maybe he's driving like a hauler, cargo, something like that.
Okay. Hopefully that doesn't give them too much time to think and be alone with those thoughts. But yeah, I'm sorry. But yeah, I've been busy. We're still doing that bounty hunting thing. I'm on the look on me on the board of the thing. And I got a rat and I named it after you.
It just hangs up, and you recognize that Tobin just switched over the communicator to go look it up and
Cool.
inadvertently hung up the call.
I'll send in the link to the bounty board.
No problem.
But then also send a link to it's from Gibbs's work email
Okay.
to everybody's work email.
Okay.
Basically like being like, Tobin's gonna run, we need 500 signatures of people who lived in Rat King, but we also need to help them register. CC Nazma, CC Peep.
Okay. No problem. You send that message out. All of you receive this as a communication. For what it's worth. Shade, what are you making with that material?
So, I want to make a sniper rifle for Spise,
Okay.
and I want to upgrade my own hidden arm blade.
Very cool. Make a engineering check. Engineering.
Can I use? Can I say that I spent the hour previously with my engineer's puzzle box
Yeah.
to get the bonus?
Absolutely.
Hang on, I gotta switch back over to my stuff. Oh, this could be good if I don't roll bad.
You're summoning shit
Oh,
already.
this was good, and I didn't roll
Yeah,
bad.
like Matt's turning into shit.
It happens over the course of
38.
The
38?
revolution has started.
easy enough. Yeah, you can take this material, and though you haven't worked with it before, you have all of the tools that are required, especially with this newly delivered engineering station. Everything is just as sharp and as up to code as it could be. And so you make pretty quick work of this. And at the end, you now have these items which are significantly upgraded in their properties. This is not the kind of thing that you can just buy on the market. For mechanical purposes, I believe these now serve as an item level higher because you modified these yourself.
Yes. And it's with the horicalcium,
Yeah,
which
and that gives it its own
Special.
each one is a
find
different
those
thing,
out
yeah.
later. Do you want me to give the items that I was looking at? That I would have
At what level are they?
level 9.
Oh, you're fine. You can do that.
So they would be either 10 now, so it's a level 10.
That you just need to mark off the UPB cost for it if you're making them.
Well, I would be using some of the UPBs broken down from the weapon that I'm
Yeah,
upgrading. And
totally
then
fine.
also-
As long as you have enough UPBs for it, you're fine. Cool.
We
So
also have, like, from the SAMADs or whatever, we have, like,
We have a
ton
good
of...
amount
Yeah.
of UPBs.
Yeah, like,
that arm blade has the staggered critical hit effect, I believe. It also, if you already have a staggered effect on that arm blade, it would increase the DC by 2.
I don't believe I do have
That's
a
wicked
staggered
good.
effect on it. Yeah, no, it's bleed, but I'm gonna change it to
Dagger to get the DC.
a higher.
And it's the same thing for, and it's actually, so you can't actually make a sniper rifle with it. You
Oh,
could make
really?
a sniper rifle. You could make ammunition from the Horicalcin, and that ammunition will have the staggered critical effect.
Okay, and then I guess I would just make the normal. I'm gonna make the assassin phantom rifle,
Okay. Yeah.
and then I'll use the rest of the horicalcium. to
It's a
get
nice
ammo.
rifle.
Yeah. Well, because it also makes sense for Spice, because then that means that Spice can like stay out of range and
So it's
not-
gonna actually snipe.
well
Yeah.
that and also
cool.
helps to stay inconspicuous because she doesn't have to be like right up in everything and
It's
could
helpful.
basically just like hang out 600 yards away on a grassy
We'll get a
field.
separate little board to put over there.
Yeah.
So no problem.
Spice
You
will
do
be
that.
up here.
Yeah.
Spice is now the lobster.
Ring the neighbor's door.
You rally your community.
In their house.
You get your chores done. Is there anything else that we want to do before we go dancing? Okay.
Oh, I want to paper mache a red rose again.
Okay. No problem. You've done enough crafts at this point that you can do that for free. No check required.
Boy.
Look at that. Yeah, not easy enough.
Your
Levels-
profession changes to like arts and crafts,
yeah.
DIYer.
At level 9, Starfinder characters can make their own crafts. No problem.
It's a special feat.
Yeah, it's rules as written. It's rules as intended, really. So Bubbles.
Yeah.
For this date, as you do a little bit of research, you see that a number of dance competitions have actually just ended. If you have 24 hours, there's really only one choice.
Oh god.
There is a, first of all, make a cultures check.
It's gonna be like square dancing or something. I don't know.
I fucking should have.
That's 16.
Oh
16
man,
plus.
I really should have. That's a missed opportunity. Sorry, everybody.
No one would be prepared for
16 plus 8 is 24.
Yeah.
24.
Pretty good.
Okay. So with the 24, give me 1 second here.
That's a level 20.
There is a place that is called the Jacinto Dino Dome, and this is a sort of entertainment venue. And when you look at the website, it has a huge dance floor, and it's rented out for a variety of different huge events. Tonight, there is something called the Brawl Room Open, and this is a dance competition that takes place in a. So first of all, you go, you register. There is a 3D printer that will print out one of a number of different outfit options that are pre-configured before you enter the dance floor. You would see, Bubbles, with that check, there is like a whole, it's hard to see, but there's a little section that you can do that's like, click here to find more, and like it has like more information. And this is information that Matt and Kara, your characters, did not obtain.
Nice.
But
I'll attain that information.
Yeah.
I'll click more.
well, no, you'll see.
Okay.
So you learn that when you register, you are given something called the Brawler's Corsage. You and your partner each wear one of these, and they almost magnetize you so that you must remain within 5 feet of each other for the duration of the competition. You need to register with an individual. With that check, you recognize reading this. It says you have to register with the MC, but it doesn't actually say the, and you recognize that this is probably an android that is running this competition. You see that there's like a whole camera crew that's going to be assembled for this, and this is going to be broadcast live on the infosphere. The winner is not selected by a judge or anything like that. It isn't the person who knocks the most people out. Although there is a stipulation that more camera time is given to people within the sort of center stage, the winner is voted on by the audience at home. And so in the past, one time only, there was a team that won while unconscious. So you don't even need to survive in theory. You can win while dead. It is entirely by audience vote. You also learn that you don't get to learn the theme until it happens, because there's this big slot machine, a kind of a gimmicky slot machine that was built. And so the music, the lighting, and the game type are sort of selected at random right at the beginning of the competition. First prize is 10,000 credits.
Oh my
along
god.
with a pair of crowns, a case of Gut Goo energy drink, and a pair of Jacinto freezing flasks. Second prize is a Jacinto Dynadome t-shirt and a pair of Jacinto freezing flasks. And third place is a Jacinto Dynadome t-shirt. That is what you learn.
So first prize is like really cool, and then second prize is a
It's like most things, it
t-shirt.
drops off real fast.
Yeah, damn.
I mean, I really want that T-shirt.
Okay, we'll get it.
Okay, so give me 1 second here. You guys gonna make your way there?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Bubby, I hope you were practicing.
Babe. I was practicing our routine, and babe, we're gonna take home all their tears and all their jealousy, because we're just gonna rock them.
Wait, your makeup is smudged. Come here. Let me.
Yeah.
Your eyelashes.
Bubba's gonna stick out his head like.
Wait, she doesn't have hair, but she put on fake eyelashes on him.
For the first time ever, and because Bubbles doesn't normally have them, they look so long. It is the only hair in his body.
Wow. This is awesome.
I like how you
The cameras are gonna love you.
I look so great. I feel like so
You're
special.
gorgeous.
We gotta wait.
Okay. So no problem. You make your way over to this structure, and as you get there, the Jacinto Dynadome is a one-story sprawl. If you think about how a roller skating rink is kind of constructed, it's a very flat building but very deep. And there is a lot of music that is coming from it. You can see through the glass doors this entire space. There's this big dance floor that is kind of elevated in the middle by one step. You can kind of go out on either side. On one side, there's pool tables, arcade machines, vending machines, stuff like that. On the other side, just rows of seats that are there to kind of observe. And there are people here. It's not packed, but all the seats are definitely taken. You can see there's a bar at the far end, which also is currently totally full. And there are a couple of people who are warming up on the dance floor. And for you in particular, Spise, you recognize two of these individuals because they came to eat at Hakashita Hana when you were undercover working there.
Oh, I think I recognize that couple of them.
You see an individual currently in sunglasses inside, a Woyoko, a fish person, who you would recognize as Chet, the infosphere sensation that is a surfer. And with them is
Professional.
is Celia Sweet, correct? No plural. And Celia also there. And you can see at the moment they are within 5 feet of each other. You can see Chet every now and then starts to like walk away and kind of like get their feet slide on the dance floor back as they are kind of attached back.
You know you can't go too far.
Yeah. Well, I can, but you're coming with it.
Everybody laughs.
Yeah, you can see there's a number of different individuals that are there, but would it be helpful for you guys to have a visual?
Yeah!
Ooh, red line.
Yeah, I know.
I'm so excited for this.
Now
And you
again,
just
I had
can't hide it?
exactly like less than a week to prepare this, but
And I threw a wrench in it all.
Quick.
Oh no, I need those for trolling.
Is there like a one stain spot where it's just like they'll never get the stain out? So they just hire, like, put a plant over it or something?
who knows?
Sorry, Talon.
I did not have dinner yet, so
Cupcakes it is.
Cupcakes for dinner.
until break time when I will have dinner. I brought dinner with me, which is my lunch that I left at home.
Oh, I love it when there's glitter.
Oh, he does have vending machines.
Yeah, that's all stuff.
Oh,
Wow, look at that.
fucking dope.
Those are
Oh
the
my
vending
god, look at this woman.
So yeah, you can see it right here, but you can see it in much better detail at Alberon RPG or Alberon RPG on Instagram.
What is the club's name? I don't believe you said it.
This is the Jacinto Dynadome.
Dynadome. Yeah, you did say it, yes.
There is no dome here, but it is called the
I thought it was
Dynadome.
Is it Dino-dome, like dinosaur, or Dyna, like dynamo?
It's Dynadome.
Dyna, okay.
Like,
So
Dynamo.
that is the
Dynadome,
entrance between
owner of
those two
Taste of
blocks with those
Dynadome.
kind of glass features on them.
Okay.
There's Bubs and Spice are on the tray behind your tray.
Doug Dynadome? Owner of the Dynadome?
Tuck Dynadome. owner
So
of the
babe,
Dynadome
you think you know those couples over there?
Yeah, when we were undercover and I was Donna, I was their bartender, and they were the
Do we
fucking best
see-
customers
do we see
I've ever
Donna?
had.
Do you think we should stay undercover?
Do
or?
we see Donna?
I mean, it's a competition. I'm trying to win.
Not yet. I would say
Okay,
you
babe,
guys are
well,
kind of there.
We're gonna win because
and, let me.
like we're gonna be the best. We practice so much. Like, come on, like look at these.
I'm gonna
losers.
have you guys be in the corner over there. So yeah, right there. Those will be your miniatures for today.
I'll be this one.
Yeah.
You can be this one.
You guys are kind of located right next to the bar. You're nearest where there's like a number of people kind of sitting and watching and taking that space because you were able to
Dance the night away.
leave any belongings. You can set up a little camera on the actual chair itself. And so the one seat that is not currently occupied.
Is occupied by Celia's camera.
Well, Celia, do you still have the personal protagonist?
Yes.
Yeah, so currently it is occupied by this thing that is like spinning in the seat itself, and it is like currently focusing a light only on Celia. And this certainly has the attention of other people. I would say you can see on the center stage, and this was described on the website, you can see it up there, right there. There is a pair. You see one Kasatha, and you see one what looks like a tiefling. And as they warm up, I would say you get the sense that these individuals, as one of them snaps and suddenly these light spears just appear around them, and they kind of like look over and just sneer at Celia as they now have their own light source as well. This sort of magic user of some kind.
That's really pretty.
You can see a number of other couples. You can see basically everything that you can see there. The sort of little glass elements are kind of decorative, and every now and then they kind of glow or twinkle from within.
I'd like to begin meditating.
Okay, you begin meditating. Your
Really?
Solarian center finding. There's no waves here, but that doesn't mean you can't rise the wave.
There are waves everywhere, bro.
Bubs is
That
gonna lead Spice like kind of into the dance floor. Who do we have to see to sign up? The people in the middle?
No, so you are looking for an individual who is identified as MC.
Okay.
That's
EMCEE.
Oh, that's not.
MC. MC?
Do I see anyone who looks like the picture I saw on the website? If there was a picture.
There was no picture, but very easy to see. So in front of the vending machines right now,
Yep.
he's turned to face the vending machines, but he's actually faced around the other way. There is a individual that you might recognize as an android. They have blue skin. They are kind of standing there on shoes that you recognize now are hovering about a half inch above the ground itself. they have this see-through sort of element to the bottom of their shoes, so that every time they walk, even though they're not stepping, you know those shoes that you had as a kid that have the little lights in the back?
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
All along the bottom, there are these blue lights that kind of twinkle along.
Oh, that's so cool.
And you can see they have a microphone in their hand. They're kind of like walking. They have a number of these bracelets that are over their arm. But they are probably the MC.
Yeah, I'll drag Spice with her hand. Babe, come on, we gotta register.
Let's go.
As we're walking up there, we're just saying, oh yeah, babe. Okay, this is the guy. Okay, just gotta be cool, okay? Because you know, first impressions really important.
So yeah, they're walking around that way, and so now Chet, I would say this is the point where you look over and you see Donna Valentine, the bartender from Aura's Bay.
Hey, Donna!
Hey, Chet.
Donna Valentine.
Who?
She was our server the first time that we met, actually. How do you not remember that? That's kind of lame, bro.
So you walk over
Celia,
to
don't
this,
worry. Good to see you.
You walk over to this android.
Celia just kind of like looks and it's like, oh, yes, Donna, you made that thing.
You were very accommodating for all of my unnecessary allergies, and for that, I appreciate it, bro. That was very cool.
Do you remember this is the guy that broke the printer in the kitchen because the allergy list was so long?
I think Spice like internally feels stabbed by Celia not remembering her, but she like keeps the smile on her face and she like
There's like the little twitch in the eye.
yeah, she just like salutes them.
This is exactly why I did this. Hold on, I'm gonna use my ability.
What?
This is why the meditation began right away.
Oh,
So
Is this like your Super Saiyan ability for?
yeah. What are
No.
are we fighting already?
no, I took a feat
Do
to.
I?
You took a dancing feat.
Yes.
You know Tiner Dancer?
Yes.
It's the greatest feat.
Amazing.
No,
Wasted my level 9.
I guess we have to interact for like a minute.
Okay,
But-
so hold that for a
Haha,
second.
so haha, yeah.
All of a sudden you go, so... 10 seconds later, cast.
So, are you
Sorry.
on vacation or something?
I'm here to win this dance competition.
Yeah,
I didn't know you were a dancer. That's sweet.
why are we laughing, guys? What's
Oh, who's this guy? Oh, you're so bald.
This is Dan.
Oh yeah, hi guys, I'm Dan.
He is my dance partner.
You know, being bald, you know, it helps on the dance floor because you know
I bet.
you're more aerodynamic.
Oh, for sure.
I'm
yeah.
sure it'll definitely get a lot of views and votes.
As a Oyoko myself, I sometimes come across as a bit moist, and that is also very helpful for dancing because it's aerodynamics, bro.
Yes.
Right?
Spice, is that true? Should we be moist too?
Fuck, maybe he's onto something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you should definitely be really moist.
Well, don't worry, because it'll probably get so fucking hot in here with all the dancing that you're just gonna be like, oh.
Spice, I want to be moist too, but I don't want it to ruin my makeup.
You can see behind this MC individual, they reach and they touch something. And you've heard androids speak before. There are two in your party. They generally are not super emotive, but as they touch whatever it is that's on their voice, you hear, "Ladies and gentlethems, 2 minutes. 2 minutes until the craziest event, the Jacinto Dynadome, since the pants off, lance off, dance off. If you don't intend to compete, please clear the floor. If you intend to compete, get your bracelets quickly.
Oh.
1 minute to
Gotta
showtime.
get a
1
bracelet.
minute.
Excuse us, guys.
It just clicks off.
Do we get our bracelets? Oh, sweet.
I think Spice and Bubbles will probably go up to.
Good luck up there, bros.
Make your way over.
Babe, I don't think they really mean to wish us good luck. I think they're like our dance rivals.
I think you're right.
So you walk over, and this kind of blue-skinned individual turns towards you. Okay. Oh, okay.
them.
Cool.
What is this?
Yeah, I mean, you intuit everything that you, Matt, know.
Oh, are they dating?
While Celia's like limbering up,
Matt just used a really complex feature to determine that Bubbles and Spice are dating in the most mechanically appropriate way. Man, Starfinder is
that's
great.
so much.
Amazing.
But I also hate what I'm about to
Intuit
do.
relationship, yeah.
Because, like, it's fucking shit.
Celia's used to getting people on her side now. She's learned a bit of tips and tricks, and she is going to hesitantly touch Chet and cast Build Trust.
So you touch and you cast Build Trust. There is this magic that kind of ripples out, and your personal
what's up,
protagonist,
Sarah?
this little drone, it pulses so that the magic itself becomes more visible and just kind of like ripples through, almost with this color shifting iridescence. But no problem as that goes across you.
We don't need it.
Feel a little bit more trusting of Celia. And also, Chet, not moist. You know, it just kind of looks moist, but not really that damp.
Babe, you're sweating.
Celia gains more confidence, but you get a +2 circumstance bonus to charisma checks and charisma-based skill checks.
Righteous.
And sense motive checks when interacting with me.
Damn.
Sick.
Good for this.
That's okay.
So the two of you approach this individual.
We need to enter the dance competition, please.
Yes, 2 please.
You can see there's like another human who's walking up behind you, and he is wearing like the crispest white dress shirt that you've ever seen, but it's a white t-shirt. There's a pocket protector in it. You can see a white tie that is far too short. It comes down to like above his belly, but he's there. He looks pretty nervous, but he's kind of standing in line behind you. He turns, this android, and you can see his arm away from this switch. You can now see it's like a 3-tone or 3-step little analog switch. And there's writing in there, but you can't quite read it at that distance. But turning to you, he just says, "Are you entering the competition?"
Yes.
Very well. 100 credits each.
Bubs will pay for both of us.
No problem.
Amazing.
You pay. That money goes away, and he pulls out these 2, what look like almost like slap bracelets, and they're a little thicker than what you would imagine a slap bracelet to be like, and that is the circuitry and kind of gears within. But putting these on, these are known as the Brawler's Corsage.
Okay.
And while wearing these, no matter how, you can travel further away. At the end of your turn, you're going to get snapped back together. And that has mechanical advantages and disadvantages, as you'd imagine. This is forced movement, and so it doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity, for what it's worth.
What hand should we put them on?
Well, doesn't it not really matter?
No, it'll probably matter.
So let's have your left hand and my right hand.
The android says most individuals choose to place them on their non-dominant hand.
Okay.
I assume Spice is right-handed. So
It's your character, so you don't have to assume. You make it so.
Yeah,
well
Bubs
then,
is right
so I'll be left-handed then, and so we can have them on both of our non-dominant hands and still be
excellent.
holding hands.
Fantastic. Look at that. So, you grab your bracelets, you slap them on, and almost instantly, not just the emotional magnetism, there's a very real magnetism to Bubbles. And you, kind of yanked into his arms.
Oh, babe.
As if we weren't already.
Yeah. But you are now ready to go. Is there anything that you want to do before you prepare?
I want to describe my outfit.
We haven't done the outfit part yet.
Okay.
Outfit part's coming.
Okay.
At about
Anything
this,
we can do?
as you guys kind of step away, this individual comes up, and you can see he says, hold on a second here.
What do you want me to poison the judges?
Is there anybody here for Ted White? I'm supposed to be meeting a date here for the first time, and I haven't met them before. And at about this point, Ari, would you like to introduce your character?
Yeah!
For their blind date?
I'm a humanoid. I'm a human. I got short pixie cut hair that's dyed all sorts of fantastical colors. I will have been waiting sort of near the MC booth because I assume I couldn't get one bracelet because
No,
they don't
can't
work
get
that
one,
way.
yeah.
And I'll be like, "Oh, I'm here. I'm Aubrey."
Okay. You can see he just. You look better than your pictures.
Ted's gonna win.
I'll
We're
take
doomed.
2 bracelets, please. And he just goes and he gets his 2 slap bracelets.
Is
he
this
pays
Kevin's
for it,
brother?
no problem.
Apparently. Nice.
And yeah, you are now
I
on your
engage
date.
in small talk.
Okay. Make a diplomacy check. Let's see how good this date
Engage
goes.
in small talk is a third
Plus
level spell.
14.
Damn.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20?
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, very quickly, you have a lot more confidence than this guy, and the day can go however you want it to go. This guy, no backbone whatsoever.
Nice.
You learn that his name is Ted White. He is a very generic individual who was put together in probably about 5 minutes. And so he's there.
Counter stats?
And yeah, he apparently has asthma.
Great.
So you now have your bracelets. You can find your way to the floor. Bubbles and Spice, if you want to place yourself on the floor, can we go and grab?
I think you're there.
Bubs is gonna point out Ted and what was your character's name?
We think we're
Aubrey, heartburn.
Aubrey. Bubs is gonna point out Ted and Aubrey to
I'm
Donna,
channeling all of
and,
the forces of nature to be right.
that man over there. He's a huge threat.
Have him be this red miniature so it's easy to see.
Beep. I think those. I think that
I'm gonna
man.
have for you.
I would like to utilize my intuit relationships once again.
Babe, I think you're right. I think they're like international dancers.
Oh shit!
Yeah, like
All right, we really gotta
Are
step
you
our
looking
game
over
up.
at the
Ted White and Audrey Hepburn.
Okay.
Heartburn.
And you
But
can
yes,
see,
you get the
look
inspiration. Short
over,
haired.
and like Ted is sitting there, and he's like just doing like the really awkward kind of shuffling dance. This is an individual who does not look like a good dancer, for what it's worth.
Fours Bubs.
Okay, there you go.
Bubs.
There you go. No sense motive needed.
I feel like Ari built the most broken character for this.
I
I'm
literally
so
am
excited.
using the pre-generated envoy character.
Like showed up and was like, "Oh yeah, I need a character."
the most broken.
Pre-generated.
Regen characters. And he's going to fuck with
Doesn't
us.
matter. We're gonna win.
So
I looked at all my skills. I was like, oh no, these work.
you make your way to the dance floor. The 2 minutes count down, and in this time, there's a number of individuals that kind of make their way around. First, you see Kasatha, who makes their way out, and then all 4 arms holding cameras, and they're filming from like multiple angles at once, and they're like kind of, there's no cord to their camera, and you can see the green skinned one right there. They're like the camera person. You see somebody with a sound boom. There's a number of people here who are like working as part of the production team, and so again, this is being streamed live to the infosphere. And at about the 2 minute mark, one of the I would say the yellow machine right in the middle of those two, the MC takes and wheels back out, and this you can see is the slot machine. There are 3 kind of bars here, and as the music kind of dies down a little bit, the MC is going to say, turning the little switch, "It's time to begin." And they take this little thing and they pull down, and you can see these 3 fields begin to whirl and whirl and whirl. Dan,
Yes.
can you roll a d6? Olive, can you roll a d6? And Ari, can you roll a d6?
6.
Okay.
5.
Okay.
Mine's what on my keyboard. A 1.
A 1. I mean, that's not bad. It's very, very.
random,
I know
yeah.
it's on the keyboard to work. Because my computer's trash.
So you see the first one, as this thing is spinning, little LED letters above it just write music, and then as it comes to a stop, it's some kind of like, I mean, I should have made up genres. I had for a different session like a whole bunch of different electronic. It's basically electronic music of some kind. You also see under lights. That was a 5 or a 4? Or sorry, Kara, 5 or 4?
6.
Oh, did you want me to roll?
Olive.
Sorry, Olive. I
She got a 6. I got a 5.
6
got
and a
a 1.
5. Okay. So for lights, the light theme that comes up is Twinkle and Winkle, and all of a sudden above, the lights dim, and there's like 1,000 little points of little, almost like, you know those $24 like garden ornaments that you stick in and they put the little lights all over the place. It's something like that, but across the whole floor and the walls. Definitely focused on the center stage. It gets much weaker as it goes away. And then the final one, the game type, is King of the Thrill. And so for this, the MC says, Whoever is able to stay at center stage gets center camera. And you can see like the guy sets up and all 4 of the cameras just swing in and the lights kind of begin to focus in. And on the stage itself, it has its own private lighting that just lights up, and the 2 individuals who are there, just like that, the 2 individuals that are there are instantly featured. You can see there is one monitor that is wheeled behind the camera guy, and right now the 2 people on the dance floor, this tiefling, this Kasatha, the only people that are being pictured in every single view. And so this is definitely, if this is audience votes and they win, you want to be on the center stage. But the MC says there will be 3 rounds, and this is kind of also for all of you players. There are 3 rounds in this combat, and the objective is to get as many votes as possible. This can be done through style, this can be done through grace, this can even be done through trickery, but however you do it, get these votes. And whoever wins first place will be victor of 10,000 credits, a pair of crowns.
Could you repeat that first part? I was finishing out my meditation.
You can see he turns around and just like goes like this, and the music in the entire venue just dies down. And he just goes, "Nobody's ever asked a question before. Go ahead, young man."
Oh, thank you. What was the first thing that you said about the rules for the game? Because I was finishing up my meditation just up until you started saying that, and I missed it.
He goes like this, and almost instantly the music just starts up again, and he says, "We'll begin when you hear the sound of the song, and good luck to all of our competitors."
Oh, cool.
And he puts the microphone down. You can see he flicks this little switch and he steps away. And as he goes, you can see there is a separate arm on the slot machine. He goes, he takes it, he like looks, seems to be getting ready to make sure everybody is prepared. And before we start this dance competition, because it is 8 o'clock,
Oh!
we're gonna step away for a quick break, and then we'll be back and we'll start this dance off. But thank you for sticking with us.
on your computer?
I have a white-
Important dance strategy, okay? It's choreography. We're gonna be back in 10 minutes. We'll see you then. And welcome back. Thank you for sticking with us through the break if you did. If not, welcome to a Starfinder game. Game Starfinder and game in quotes because we're getting ready for a dance-off.
You can dance.
Can I tell you, when we began this campaign, nowhere in my space western space opera did I believe that we were going to be doing a dance-off date.
You said it. Space
But here we
opera.
are. Yeah.
It's in the name, my friend.
So as the MC, the android, grabs this handle, he yanks down, and everybody can go ahead and roll for initiative.
Oh, which means that I get a bonus to my initiative. Because of my explosive meditation.
You're explosively meditative.
Oh, natural 20, baby!
Wow.
So
The odds are in your favor.
And so, for what it's worth, in this kind of a battle, because you are attached to a person, you guys are going to be going on the higher of the two initiative orders. So, both of you will be going on initiative order natural 20.
So am I, bro.
Very, very nice. And so, for the drama,
This is some real bring it on stuff.
and Celia will be going
Or
first,
maybe bring it on too.
followed by Bubbles
Walking
and
and dropping,
Spice.
bro.
Anybody 25 to 20.
Well,
And for what it's worth, on the polar opposite, Ted, natural 1.
So much
Aubrey.
initiative.
Natural 2.
Hey!
I'd like to imagine
Right.
we are enamored with each
I
other.
would like to make my roll to sense their motives. What's their deal?
Very awkward
it's a vibe
first
check.
date.
Make a
It's
sense
like-
motive check. You can see he's just sitting there like,
Oh, that's like a really high number.
yeah. 25 to 20, sorry.
Spice would be high. 17 plus 6, 23.
You're already great, though. You're at a natural 20. Okay, so we are going to be starting off with Chet and Celia,
Awkward
followed
first
by
date.
Bubbles and Spice, followed by 17, Catawin and Saja. Or actually, we'll just say all the other dancers. And then, almost lower than Gibbs. Not Gibbs. I mean, Gibbs is the lowest.
Aubrey.
Gibbs is the absolute lowest.
Not there.
Aubrey and Ted down at number 2. At number 4 is going to be the rest of everybody. And so, as you might notice, there is no walls around this dance floor. It's just a step up onto this platform. And so you can absolutely fling people into the crowd. All of the things that you see before you are potentially interactable, including the people. Excuse me. So the way that this works out, Chet and Celia are going to be starting us off, followed by Bubbles and Spice, followed by the rest of the dancers, followed by the bystanders. Sorry, I just ate a bunch of chocolate orange, and it's so good, and I love chocolate orange. I know. Emily knows I like them, and she got them for me for Valentine's Day, and they just arrived like while we were upstairs. Rest of everybody else, then Aubrey and Ted, enamored with each other, staring into each other's eyes, go very last. So Chet and Celia, the music begins, the light begins to swirl all over the dance floor, and as time slows down, Celia, your personal protagonist, all the tiny little lights that can do different things swirl in, and there's just a spotlight on you and Chet. Any performance checks that you get are going to be made with a +4 conditional modifier on top of anything else that you get. The personal protagonist.
Nice.
The one-shots matter.
Yeah, they.
So
I turn on my light vision shades.
Chet and Celia, you guys can decide who goes first.
After you.
Celia holds out her hand to Chet,
Racing to the dance floor.
strikes a dance pose, and with the like flourish she does with her hands, casts Starlit Span. And a bridge of sparkling starlight appears, connecting them to the center stage.
Phenomenal. Okay, so you see Celia gestures a hand out,
Yay.
and as you go, oh, I'll meet you on the dance floor, you begin to run by. Celia kind of puts their hand up into yours, and they cast this spell. Instantly, the spotlight swirls up and follows this twinkling starlight. It almost looks like these horses that are formed of the night sky itself just ride this bridge into existence and then just kind of end right at the base of it. And what happens at the other end of it?
It's just that there's
now
just
a bridge?
There you go.
there's a bridge of starlight that they can go across.
That's perfect. Ha.
And so I don't have a bridge, just sitting around. But here, put this down.
How about this thing?
Yeah, that could be a
Shaped
bridge.
like
Shaped like that's a bridge.
There you go. That's our bridge.
is.
It's
Look
a
at that
bridge.
bridge.
It is a rainbow bridge.
That is the
but,
Starlight Spam.
Yeah, it looks black in this realm.
Yeah, it's the
Like
you
that?
got that on Garachi.
Yes, and that's exactly what happens. I knock somebody off
Very
the dance
nice.
floor with the appearance of
So the bridge appears, and Chet begins to like run, and you're kind of pulled a little bit along the bridge. But anything else, Celia?
Celia follows Chet as they begin to move across the bridge.
Okay.
That was her standard action. And Kara is new to spellcasting in Starfinder because she
It
did.
sucks.
It's hard. Yeah.
It's really typical. Playing a full-time spellcaster, not fun.
I've used up my standard actions, I think. So it's just like I think swift action, keep just moving,
Okay, no problem. Chet.
but with flourishes.
Okay. Free action flourish.
Cool. All right, so using my meditative might as a move action, I'm going to focus my body and mind and prepare myself to now surf across the bridge that Celia has made in the most acrobatic and bodacious way.
Fantastic.
I feel
Chet, you are
extremely
one with the
threatened.
universe. You already began this battle meditation. As you see this bridge, as this bridge comes up, it's not a bridge, it's just another wave. And you can ride those just as easy.
Light
And so
is just a form of waves,
you
bro.
touch this, and as your foot touches it, Celia, you watch as the bridge shifts and turns as it almost like becomes a wave under Chet's feet, and Chet surfs across this
grab your hand.
wave of twilight that crashes you down onto this stage at the end.
Do I make my acrobatics?
No, you can do that for free.
Oh shit! Then I'm gonna use.
It's a real physical bridge that exists there. as part of
Cool.
that.
So,
Like an actual.
so
And it's
Yeah.
watertight.
I'm going to
It is.
surf my way up and then do like a cool, basically surf move without a board. But I'm
Yeah.
gonna use Celia essentially as the replacement board because Celia is holding my arm. And
Okay.
So it's kind of like the tether for the surfboard.
Okay.
That's so
is
cool.
Celia
Phenomenal.
and the arm, but like a cool one that looks more like a dance move than like me just throwing Celia underneath and then like landing on.
No problem.
Surfer
It's
style.
much
that I'm
more
like,
one of those things where you throw somebody under your
But I
legs
guess
and
as
you
long
hold
as
their
I-
arms and you pull
I
them back
roll a
and you
natural
use that
one,
momentum to kind of pull you across. But yeah, you don't just stand on Celia and kick. That doesn't really work. No problem. You surf across Twilight onto the center stage.
And then like do cool flipping stuff.
Yeah.
And that's still free.
This is
shit.
So all you're doing is moving,
It's a
and
bridge.
Celia just built a bridge, so you have no impediment to you getting
All
there.
right, cool. Well then
got
let me
people
see,
there.
because
That's your impediment.
so not for long though.
You can see this tiefling and you can see this Kasatha both turning to face you.
So I'm gonna use I guess that's I would like to do a cool dance move
Okay.
using either my athletics or my acrobatics.
Okay. Yeah.
And just I want to start this party off fucking right. with,
Okay.
like the coolest
So
fucking move.
athletics or acrobatics will be more of like a trick. A dance move is more like performance, and so it'd be a little bit different.
Well, I might be fucked.
That would be considered. Give me 1 second here. We're playing Starfinder, so that would be considered. I would say, you know what? You could do it as acrobatics.
Oh, sweet.
No.
That's good because I'm gonna do a lot of acrobatics.
Oh god, no, he's gonna kill us.
Starting off
We're
real
dead.
strong. Natural 20.
Oh, we've already lost!
So Chet just throws Celia under their legs, and like not even really meaning to.
I
but
learned
because
this one on page 6.
Chet throws himself off balance, but Chet can never be off balance. And so Chet just flips himself, goes along for the ride with Celia across this twilight wave and just lands. The twilight wave crashes down and ends up forming the bridge, but it is a spectacular show. And already along this entire series of couches, people are cheering. You could hear people just shouting, Chet, 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 and Celia. And just this chant begins.
Once
Already, yeah.
there. After Chet does like the coolest thing in the world, he's just going.
Yeah. you. Ruins it.
Celia like grabs his hands. Is like, nope.
Some of the applause dies down, but then goes back up again.
Celia's just like
Oh, did you say something?
dancing together.
Oh,
That is your turn, Chet.
yeah, that's it.
Alrighty.
That's it for me.
Excellent performance by Chet and Cecilia. They are certainly in the lead at this point. There's not even a shadow of a doubt. All the lights, all the cameras, all focused on them. But that brings us to Bubbles and Spice.
Okay, babe, I have an idea what we can do. And Bubs is going to produce the two Febreze Hawaiian Aloha that he has.
Okay.
And he's gonna put it on like the auto mode, so it like auto sprays and it locks in.
To be clear, you made this auto mode with tape. It's not
Okay,
like a
yes.
real auto mode. Typically air fresheners are designed not so that you could like clear a room.
Oh God.
That's called a grenade.
Scary.
And you're not proficient. with
Yeah,
them.
I imagine I probably did that earlier when I was like showing people the spray. And I'm going to just put them in my pocket, and I'm gonna set my glamour suit to just like shoot out like lights to
Okay.
make it seem like with my bubble I'm like kind of like a disco ball.
Okay, phenomenal. Okay.
I just want to say before we go on, with the natural 20, that was like the highest roll that I've ever rolled.
Yeah.
It's a 47.
God.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm going to extend my hand out to Spice.
okay.
And I'm just gonna have all this light and all this stuff coming from me. And I'm gonna like extend my arm to like lift her up or something like that and see what she wants.
Okay.
Okay. Spice?
Is it my turn to describe what I'm wearing?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so you see, Spice reaches out to like take Bubbles' hand on the dance floor, and she's wearing her like typical or was wearing her typical suit, the blue suit and like the short skirt. But then you see as she takes a deep breath and her skin starts to shimmer, and her skin turns like blue, and her hair falls out of her like ponytail into this like big voluptuous like poofy hair, and she does that thing, you know how in Hunger Games when she spins and her dress changes?
Oh, yeah.
So Spice does that, and her dress, like, she spins around and her dress changes into like an aqua, like sexy whatever tango dress.
Did you see that, Sarah?
Can we say how I extend my hands and I go to lift her up?
Yeah.
Can we say I lift her up and as she's like changing, she's in like the disco ball that I'm making, and I lift her up and she's transforming as she's lifting up?
Yeah,
Sick.
absolutely. So you go, you put your hand out. Spice, you grab onto that, and as you do, you activate the glamour projector, and as Bubbles lifts you off the ground and spins you around, it is
Oh,
just
cool.
this like,
Okay.
yeah, the skirt becomes longer and becomes this shimmering aqua, and it just the transformation as you put Spice down
And
is
I'm like
complete.
spinning around in a circle.
I think
Absolutely.
what also, so we do that, and then I think we do one of those like running skip slide moves. So if we take our hands together and like our bracelets, we take our hands and we do the like running, and what I want to do is I want to like run and slide under the bridge.
Okay.
And so both of us like do like a skater slide underneath.
Make an acrobatics or athletics check, your
Okay.
choice, but both of you have to make the same check, so decide together.
Okay. Both of mine are good, so you can choose.
Mine are okay. Mine are both 5.
Okay, great. So I said mine are good, and they're not as good as I'd like them to be.
Same.
So let's do athletics then.
Okay. Okay, all right, here we go.
That's
Here we
not
go. Big
bad.
roll, big roll.
You grab up his hand, you look
16.
over. Chet is surfing
I also rolled a
starlight across
16.
the
We're on the
stage.
same page. So that's a 27.
27, okay.
That's a 21 for me.
Okay, with a 21 and a 27, no problem. You grab your hands, you slide under, and you can see for just a moment, one of the cameras on the Kasatha's arm kind of dips down and catches you guys sliding across before it like cut transitions up and back to the main stage where Chet and Celia are still dominating with that.
Okay.
It was a good move and it caught a glimmer of attention.
I think while it was on, like the cameraman had flicked his focus to us, Spice is going to wink at the camera and activate her psychoactive charming eyes.
Interesting.
Nice.
And I want to get that cameraman's attention on us.
So,
That's my girl.
It won't technically affect the cameraman. Hang on.
Why?
Are
What?
they androidized or?
No, so you said the camera, right?
No, the cameraman.
Oh, okay.
Because he's the one who's operating the cameras. So I want him to be focused on me.
Okay.
And
So that is
Bubbles.
a will save.
Yes, it is.
10.
Is that good? Is that enough?
Yeah, that's not. No, it's not good enough.
No.
He's
He
like
fails. So he is
fails.
charmed by this. And almost instantly, that one camera kind of dips down, but then two of these cameras, half of this guy's arms, just kind of turn. And now, following you up, you can see the feed just splits, and there's now two couples that are displayed: Celia and Chet on one, and Bubbles and Spice on the inset, the smaller of the two.
Oh, hey, picture in picture. That's sweet.
Oh, look, you've got your own little screen.
You hear from up on the stage. But that is your turn, Bubbles and Spice.
Yeah, go bald dad.
Ready.
Whoa.
That brings us to
That's so cute.
the other dancers.
Oh, this is so
I had a lot of stuff prepared for these other dancers, but I think I want to let this other rivalry play out a little bit.
Oh!
So I'm gonna dial them down a little bit, and I think they. Dancers here.
I'm so mad at you guys.
Yeah, what the fuck? Both of you just absolutely nailed it.
Matt and Kara get to be expressive in Starfinder.
I am sweating over here. I really felt like this was gonna be my and Bubbles moment. It's clearly not.
Part of your natural 20.
Oh, damn it!
These guys are like booted off. You guys truly take the center stage.
Oh!
oh, righteous. Oh.
The other dancers kind of move
Stop
around.
ruining
You
my
can see
date!
The one who, like, as they were there, one had these 4 points of light that were putting the spotlight on them to try to compete with Celia. The other person had just cast a spell, and as they are booted off the stage and he stumbles back in his footsteps, there are just little flames that are left in their wake as he casts Ember Step, but just almost stumbling back. He doesn't look cool. The camera doesn't even pick him up. It is all on these 2 couples right now. But that is all the dancers. That brings us to the rest of the patrons. There is no combat or anything that needs adjusting at the moment. So that brings us to Aubrey and Ted.
So Aubrey is using fast talk, which means that Ted doesn't know that the dancing has started, which is to her benefit because he's probably not a great dancer. So like she sort of engages him in conversation and lets that like does the work for the couple. And Aubrey wants to trip Tiefling Girl.
Okay, so you take your partner and you kind of lead him around. You can see he just awkwardly does the same move again and again, and you kind of continue to talk to him. And
Oh, that's so cool! You studied at Berkeley. XOXOXOXO. Berkeley.
Nobody's ever heard of Berkelini before. But, yeah, you swirl over and go ahead and make a melee attack if that's what you're trying to do.
Can I make a bluff to trip somebody?
You can try, yeah.
Sure.
That's a contested check.
Great. Well, I'm an envoy.
Yeah, bluff checks for us are amazing.
Most of the time.
I don't do it enough.
28.
28.
To
28's pretty good. They rolled a 19, which gives them a 27. And so you actually, even more deceptive than this individual, they look over at you, and when you look at them, you can see there is magic behind their eyes that is kind of flaring up, and they are beginning to get ready to like do stuff. They are angry that they have been like lost the stage. And they are so focused on Chet in particular that like they don't even see you coming. And so as you go over, you're like, oh no, Ted. You kind of like move him over to the side, and Ted just goes, oh sorry. And as his elbows just fly everywhere, he just elbows the tiefling right in the side of the head, and they just like almost down. Totally legal though. The camera doesn't even catch that, and so like absolutely. You can see they're holding their head. They're a little bit like off kilter now.
Ted and Aubrey are like this sneaky, like they're just gonna like take out all the other couples.
Quietly murder everyone.
Anything else, Aubrey?
Oh, we're the only ones left.
Nope.
All right, you can see the tiefling now like looks up. All 4 of those globes that she had cast kind of like go dim for a second, but then they brighten back up. That is your turn, Aubrey. Ted, as a free action, he just dances. That brings us to the top of the round. Round number 2. For what it's worth, you see in the slot machine, suddenly the first slot, and these have begun to spin during the course of this dancing, stops. And you can see it reads Chet and Celia, who apparently have taken the highest score for that round. That brings us to round 2. Chet and Celia, you are in the lead. At the moment, most of the cameras are focused on you. You can see a lot of the people still chanting your name, although now you can see there are a few people switching their focus to this group that have kind of gone under your bridge. What do you want to do?
After you.
Celia looks over and at the enchanting couple of the bald guy and the, like, frankly sad-looking Spise. Like, come on,
It's Donna, you bitch!
it's not. Excuse me, Donna. It's not 22. It's not 22 to 45 anymore. Like, update your wardrobe.
Oh, whoa, that's not very nice, Celia.
This is in my head. Chet, get out.
That's so in tune with the universe.
And,
Everywhere. And
takes a
everything.
little bit of pity on Donna for her balding date, and decides to really let him know
eyelashes
about the
look really
bald.
good.
Not balding.
Oh, Celia doesn't
Well,
know
no,
that.
he does have several eyelashes.
Oh, that's true. That's fair.
And please, Daniel Danielson, if you can make a will saving throw.
I'm scared.
Suddenly you get a headache and
That's a 2.
No!
9.
As Celia casts Void Whisper.
I looked at his
What does that do?
I'm scared for you.
The target's mind is flooded with elder mysteries from the dark between the stars, galaxies, and dimensions. The target, after failing a will save, begins whispering incoherently and moves half its speed in a random direction.
This is a dance competition.
On its turn, it does nothing except whisper incoherently and move half its speed in a random direction. When it moves, the target takes the safest route and doesn't enter hazardous terrain, like a starlit bridge.
How do I remove this?
Creatures that begin their turn within 20 feet of the target can hear it whisper, blah, blah, blah.
So Bubbles, all of a sudden,
it also
you
has
like
Spice.
look over, you see Spice,
Yeah.
who is beautiful, and then all of a sudden,
Spice is
you look over and you
so
lock
cute.
eyes with Celia, who just kind of gives like a little wave, and suddenly the whole room just away. And you are in this dark space. There's just dark sand just blowing by you. You are like walking. You don't see anything. You don't even feel Spice's hand anymore.
There's a
and then
little,
all
like-
of a sudden,
Swish of her hair as she like dances. That's like the last coherent thing you see.
yeah, and like but you don't even see her anymore. Now all you're seeing is just this dark wind, and you just hear as it blows by you, and then all of a sudden behind you and all around you, these whispers just start going in, and you can't hear all of them, but they are maddening. And like suddenly the dark parts, and you are just looking at the galaxy and an impossibly large being. You can see just like an incomprehensible number of eyes, and in this moment, in like a bad acid trip, you recognize that the stars are just this creature. This creature is everything, and it blinks, and when it blinks, existence ends, and like you're just in space. All of a sudden, Spice, though for you,
Creatures that begin their turn within 20 feet of the target and can hear it whispering must succeed at a will saving throw or become confused for 1 round.
here suddenly bubbles just start to go, it's everything, it's all of them, and he just starts whispering, and Bubbles is beginning to become like this incoherent thing, and what he's saying, it doesn't make sense, but weirdly it begins to, but we'll get to that. Bubbles, you are really fucking charmed, but the music plays.
No!
That is
It's a dance competition.
Celia.
You know that, right?
The personal protagonist
Celia
too.
wants to win!
For what it's worth, the personal protagonist too, when the magic cast makes it look like little hearts that fly through the air, so it's like very innocuous looking to everybody else, but to you, you're just fucking away. You are in a different galaxy.
Murder you.
It's very possible.
He's gonna
So,
upper
anything else, Celia?
crunch you with one fucking.
Celia!
All right.
Celia dances.
Chat, anything you want to do?
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
People are coming to me.
All right.
We're not even gonna get third place now.
So,
You just gave deep trauma to the Bubbles.
I guess I'm just gonna try to bust another sweet ass move with my. First, I'm gonna use my meditative might once again to get the bonus to that. I'm gonna be like, I learned this one with my Wayoka brothers on our home planet back when I was young, and I'm gonna. Basically, I'm gonna. How high is the ceiling?
The ceiling's about 20 feet up.
How high can you? Oh wait, I have a thing for this. Yes.
Yeah.
So I can jump as if I had a running start.
Yep.
I'm going to do that, and I'm just gonna do like, I'm just gonna jump, and do like a bunch of cool flips and stuff. If I can get high enough, I will try to grab onto the ceiling with my gravity boost because I have spider climb, and then I can make an athletics check to stay up there.
Make your athletics
has
check.
to move.
Make
Has
your
to turn.
athletics check. You can get 28 feet up, so absolutely easy.
Okay, so
Honestly,
that's at the end of the turn to not fall.
Okay, gotcha.
I honestly thought you were gonna do the gravity trick to actually raise the roof.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool,
That's just
though.
that's level 10 check. But absolutely no problem. You kind of like channel what you learned as a child on your home planet. And
This
as
one
you
goes
do,
up
this would be like all the way back to your
world
home
bros
planet
and
somewhere
stuff.
in like your original community of Woyoko. There are several other Woyoko like in a trance doing the same thing. It's like this deep connection.
Level
But
9 Chet is deeply in tune with everything in the natural universe. Level 10 Chet is also in tune with all the inanimate natural objects.
Scared.
speak for the rocks.
Too powerful.
But yeah, you absolutely do. Go
I
ahead.
just need to, because now I have a lot of bonuses. I just need to add them up.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna make the roll.
If you say natural 20, I'm gonna cry.
No, but it's an 18 on the dice, so you're not in
brother.
you're not in a
got-
good spot. So
I hate that you guys are rolling so well.
I don't have to roll. That's the thing. I'm just
30.
doing
Okay, so this is plus 3,
So nervous.
and then plus another
You gotta save me.
3, so that's
I'm going to save us.
38.
I'm going
38?
to win.
Yeah.
With a
You'll be fine.
38, you leap, and as you leap, you
my
do it really sensing the strings that tie all of us together and rising along this string. You can make it all the way to the ceiling, defying gravity.
Life is just a
Celia, are you
massive
going with them?
wave.
I have to, don't I?
Yeah, at the moment. So no, for what it's worth, you don't have to.
I grab your hand and I say,
Okay, if there is a hand offered, Celia will take it.
Bad. Life is just a massive wave, and we just gotta ride it.
Celia, make that athletics check because, well, this is easy for Chet. You're just holding on to Chet and dangling from there. So make an athletics check.
Wait, because I might be able to give you bonuses too.
Fall.
Fall.
Athletics?
Yeah.
Not an acrobatics to fall prettily.
It can be an acrobatics. This isn't really to fall. This is to hold on.
No,
We'll do
it'll be the fall.
acrobatics.
She's gonna fall.
No, she's not. I can see her sheet.
25. You are hauled up, and it's tough. It's hard, but you just barely meets it, beats it. Hold on, and it doesn't look spectacular, but you literally rise to the roof with Chet. You see one of the two arms that was focusing on Spice and Bubbles rises with you, and there are now 3 cameras, and you can see he actually like takes one of the ones, puts it on the ground, and it sprouts these little wheels and around to get another view. Really
I'm
focusing
literally
in.
standing on
I-
the ceiling right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Can
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
use
No,
ultimate outcome?
What?
Yeah. That's an action.
It's a witch warper reaction.
Yes, you absolutely can.
Yes.
No!
That's a 29.
Yeah, absolutely. So now,
It's just
exceeding
really, I wasn't
expectations. At first, you rise up, and in that moment, Celia, you recognize that this could be better. And so you reach through the multiverses, truly kind of channeling something similar to Chet, and find a universe in which you had a much better grip. And as you do, you use the natural spinning motion that is part of this ability that Chet has, so that it really becomes an upside down twirl that defies gravity almost in 2 directions. It's like the garment should be draping down, but they drape up. It kind of is mind breaking to look at. And it captures absolutely another fantastic score. Anything else, Chet and Celia?
This is a dance competition.
Yeah, what the
There's a swift action left for you, I believe.
So
Do you know how many cameras
I
there are
can
here?
attempt to stay dancing on the ceiling past this round,
Yeah.
or we can jump back down. I'm going to attempt another athletics check.
Okay.
To
At the end of your turn, make that athletics check.
I practiced so much.
That's a plus the bonuses.
This is so appropriate because it's Bubbles spending hours practicing the mirror, and then chat just going to be like, "Oh, I was born connected to the universe."
I love to dance. And everyone's like, Chad, oh my god, I love you.
Oh man,
that was a 34.
34. That is high enough.
Oh my god.
Dancing on the ceiling. That is Chet and Celia's turn.
Upside down on the ceiling, just going,
No.
Bubbles and Spice, you watch as your competition just literally ascends to the heavens. They are up there, the lights are on them, the personal protagonist follows Celia up, and so this is just a whole thing. They're defying gravity, dancing upside down on the ceiling. You look down, you can see the tiefling is like holding their head. They're not even dancing anymore, they're just looking up. And several of the other couples have at this point just stopped. This is very much swinging to them. But what are you doing?
Okay, Spice has a plan.
Okay.
So she sees Bubbles. His gaze just gets unfocused. She goes, shit.
and he just starts muttering.
Yeah.
You have to make the will save at the start of your turn.
Oh, great.
Do I also make a will save?
No. So right now you're in this far realm. You are seeing.
You are stuck there until someone
Is
gets
this
you out of
mind
it.
affecting?
You are seeing everything.
It is.
And as you are doing that, you are literally going mad and like
Bullshit.
uttering what you are seeing. And so as this creature, this entity that is so tremendous that they encompass your
literally
entire
just made you gaze into the
consciousness.
abyss.
Yeah. This creature is really just like, I am everything and you are nothing. And it's
It
just
is
like,
interposed with visions of Celia's face, though.
yeah.
What
was that check?
It's going to be, what is it?
Will
I
save.
forget. Will save.
Will save.
The eyes.
13.
13. That is a failure. And all of a sudden, all at once, you hear these whispers and you reach out and you touch Bubbles' hand. And it's like all of a sudden, Bubbles' eyelashes become long and become like this sand drifting in the wind. And you're just in darkness. And the same thing happens to you. You're just looking up. And so now, Bubbles and Spice, the two of you have stopped dancing. You're just staring up at the ceiling. Your eyes rolling back.
This
in your
is
heads,
the
just
best dance
whispering.
competition I've ever been to.
And the cameras all go away from you guys.
Can I do something though?
I don't
if it's
believe
not
so. I
at-
think you're just kind of
You're
stuck.
confused for a round.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Does that
Like
mean I
one
can't
round, and then
take
next round you
actions?
can do something.
Hang on a sec. So
What is confused?
Confused
do?
is mechanically a thing.
You are
Confused,
mentally
it's like you roll-
befuddled and can't act normally. You can't tell the difference between ally and foe, and thus treat all creatures as enemies, even your closest friends and family.
Okay, so I can still
Roll a
act.
D100.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Because you have not technically been
19.
a 19. You can act normally.
Oh my god.
Like,
Okay.
Puppy, what
So
the fuck are you
Spice
doing?
like feels her mind melting a little bit, and then she's like, Celia! And she like glares, I guess, over and up at the ceiling, and she's like, this bitch
You
will not win.
Lights like in your eyes. They are like above you right now.
We are in the heavens.
The environment at this point is like working against you because they are rolling so high.
Okay, so what Spice is going to do is she's going to do those like really tight tango spins.
Okay.
And I'm going to move up here, and then at the end of the spin, she's going to reach up and grab Celia's personal whatever.
We're 25 feet up in the air.
Oh, you are.
The
the
personal
personal
protagonist
attendant-
can only go up to 5 feet.
Oh.
Yeah, so Spice
mind.
is going to reach over, grab the personal protagonist,
Hey!
and with like she draws it across her body, and you watch as her skin ripples with electricity, and she casts Jolting Surge
Nice.
on her personal protagonist and like
No roll
holds it
required.
up.
This is a very advanced consumer grade drone that is technically was released on the market I think yesterday. So Celia probably
Just got
is being
the
released in
fucking
3 days.
Oh.
And so still not on the market yet. It's this personal
Prototype
protagonist. You
iPhone
grab it, you pull it
17.
across, and for Celia, this is for you like like the Godfather music starts playing in the background.
Yes.
Like these little black and white doves are flying.
like this.
You're murdering my baby.
This is Cowboy Bebop, like Spice and Jet's backstory. You know, there's just like, and Spice grabs us, and there is just, you hear thunder, even though there is no but there's just, and the whole
is
thing
fearless and
just
vicious. We're cutting
smokes and begins to burn and ripple and even melts elements, and you just hear goodbye as it just dies.
Celia and Dan Danielson are in the same space.
Yeah, absolutely.
Celia is destroyed.
That is rough. And for what it's worth, it bursts out and it's this explosion of like little lightning and jagged bits of rock. And based on where Celia is, the tiefling who is already kind of injured gets shrapnel from this, like in their person. They're having a bad time. But great.
Does the sparks kind of like illuminate around Spice?
Oh, definitely, yeah. No, absolutely.
So Spice is also, as she holds her arm up, is going to, with all of her might, stay where she is and wait for the wristband to snap bubbles towards her.
Okay.
And then with the momentum of his body coming towards her, she wants to like get up onto the platform.
Phenomenal. Okay, so I would say, Spice, make an athletics check. This will be your action.
We did vacate the platform.
It's okay.
I will win this!
According to
Come on,
plan.
come on, babe. Come on, babe.
With a natural 20! Yes!
So Spice, tight tango swirls just around and around and around, and at the very end, as your arm reaches out, you perfectly palm the personal protagonist, and you shock this thing into oblivion. It explodes, and as it explodes, that is when the magnetized wristband just grabs onto Dan Danielson. Yeah,
Does the explosion cause shrapnel to hit Dan Danielson?
it does not. Yeah, you
Would that
guys
be
are up.
good?
Get off, you guys.
It's a dance off then.
You watch as Spice, you grab this, it explodes into shrapnel and ignites, and your wristband, as it's exploding, snaps Dan Danielson up onto your arm, and that momentum twirls you around and up and onto the stage. Both of you end up there. You can see Celia a little bit despondent, and that drop. What is going on there?
Wardrobe malfunction. Wardrobe malfunction.
Another one. So, yeah, you explode this thing. The shrapnel immediately draws oohs and ahs. People duck for cover. There's a shriek from the tiefling who takes the shrapnel, and some of these cameras swing down. You can see the camera that was mounted on those wheels just to a stop, and then turns to like get this whole onto film. And you are now definitely taking up half of this space.
Spice is going to raise their arms and like pose in like a victory stance almost.
And for what it's worth, right now, this is almost evenly split on this round. Bubbles, are you doing anything to contribute to this?
What can
Yes.
I even do?
Literally anything.
I'm in
Mutter and
the
whisper.
ether world.
Yeah, you can't.
You have an
share.
action, you have a swift action.
No, you don't.
No.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
You're
sure.
Actually, he
He
has to
has
walk.
to- He has to walk in a random
He's
direction.
confused, right?
No.
No, he has to
Oh,
walk
okay.
in a
The
random
person who's
direction
next to
and
him is
mutter and
confused.
Roll a
whisper.
d8.
I'm scared.
So
Don't
you might
fuck
just
this
get-
up.
Yeah, but
Well,
the eight.
No, this could be good for
someone
Celia.
give me a D8?
I
Now
like the
that
idea
you've
that Celia Chen are going to
walked
come down and it's just going to be a dance floor full of like people just
don't want you
whispering and like walking around. Oh man, what a great spell.
I
And if
literally
that
read
doesn't
that spell
work-
earlier.
Oh, 1.
Oh, okay.
Is that good?
No, it's not the best. So for you wheel around and you walk. And how far do they go?
It just says walk in a
They
random
use their
direction.
movement. I
think they use their movement
use their move action. That's what it
So
says.
you watch as you grab onto Dan Danielson's arms, you do this whole thing, you spin over, and then he lets go and runs straight up to the bar. And gets exactly up there. Bubbles, you just kind of land and catch yourself, and you're confused. There is something following you, and you're holding on to darkness. Are they able to do anything else on their turn?
They literally cannot. They whisper incoherently, but
The magnet.
No, I know. Yeah,
I can
yeah,
only
yeah.
go 25 feet.
Okay, so 5 feet back.
Yeah.
That's actually very handy then. Although not so much for the individual right there.
it's 20 feet.
Ooh. We're about to have a bad time at the Dynadome. So that is
How does the magnet bracelet
confusion.
work?
Yeah, so I
In that
feel like
situation.
That
Spice
snaps you
just
back
snaps
with bubbles,
to
yeah.
bubbles. Yeah.
And so that's at the beginning of your turn or your next turn, I
okay.
believe.
Okay.
So we're gonna
Oh,
get back to
the
that.
snapping doesn't happen now?
Correct. You
Put her back.
yeah.
I was just gonna mechanically.
Yeah, it doesn't really
move
matter.
there, yeah, because it doesn't.
That is your turn, Bubbles and Spice. 1 second.
So I can't do anything in the ether at all?
You can't, and unfortunately, Bubbles, you get the sense that as Spice begins to snap back towards you, that's going to pull Spice off the center stage. That's going to probably, unfortunately, really impact your round. You guys were close, but that definitely drops your score.
Okay. We're not out of it though.
I'm not out of tricks yet.
Spice
You
and
gotta wake
Bubbles
me
I
up.
still got
Hey,
them.
brings
It's
us
all
to
you.
the rest of the dancers. So you know what? Just in the interest of fairness. Okay. Well, that's interesting.
Is there a way to snap him
Yeah.
out of it?
You
What
can
is
tag
it?
him.
Oh, I do?
No, I will. Don't worry.
non-lethal,
I will help you.
Thank you.
which makes sense
again,
because your
I'm
character is just
specifically the
going
heel.
around discreetly taking out.
Totally
other-
here
I'm
for it.
helping!
And you can watch as that couple just fully leaves the dance floor with that tiefling now like blinking little bits of broken metal out of their eyes.
Ouch.
Yeah, they're like going over. They're trying to find like an irrigation station. That's a rough
This
thing.
is a dance floor. There's no irrigation station.
It's just like,
so mean.
weeping. That is the dancers.
You drugged my partner! Oh.
They've got the soda fountain by the bar.
When the rest of everybody else goes, you could hear the MC switches their voice on and they just say, "Oh, that's one group down," and then switches off. That is the rest of everybody else, and that brings us to Aubrey and Ted. You can see Ted winces. There's like shrapnel that goes by, and he just goes, "This is getting really dangerous."
Oh, I'm sorry, Ted. Kara is sorry. Celia.
It happened the last couple
channel
times.
stays open, but the broadcast ends because I think it was probably the Wi-Fi.
You also get like a
just
little bit of a delay.
split, but just dropped out or something.
How?
We're back on. Okay. So we're back. Sorry about that brief interruption
Technical
there.
difficulties.
But Gibbs, oh god, Aubrey,
You only had 2 minutes to adjust
you
his character.
do this thing, and it's not quite the slick shot that you would want, but it does fire off. Make your attack roll.
I
But-
did.
Oh,
14.
okay.
What
That was 14.
Aubrey's doing now is just coating the floor with ice and
Yes.
attacking me.
So the floor does with ice, and we'll see what that does next. But anything else, Aubrey?
I'll just pull Ted and I 5 feet closer to this platform that's
Okay.
now vacated.
Yeah, you
Fine.
get closer. No problem. That is your turn.
Do I snap out of it?
No. That brings us to the top of the round
No?
Because I attacked him, he snaps out of it.
because you missed.
Oh,
technically.
did you?
Yeah, 14.
Am I wearing my armor for this?
I imagine so. You didn't say you took it
You
off.
said that you kept it on and put your glamour projector
Then yeah, that
over.
definitely.
Yeah.
Sorry, I tried.
So that is Aubrey and Ted. That brings us to the top of the round. You can see the
Don't
MC
fuck with me.
right next to him. That little slot machine fings to the end. And Celia and Chet's name comes up a second time. At the moment, still leading both rounds, Celia and Chet. They are almost unstoppable. It would take a absolutely dominant performance to win. You would need to steal hearts and minds now. But it's still possible. Only one team is eliminated.
It's anyone's game, folks.
Chet and Celia, for your final part of this performance, as the song reaches its apex, what would you like to do?
Is anyone still on the platform right now?
Audrey.
we moved my
Nobody.
closer
No.
to him.
So
So
Spice has.
Spice is like getting like yanked at this moment, like off of it. Yeah.
So if I do something right now,
I'm mid-
is
That
Spice
will affect
gonna be
Spice,
here?
yes.
Ooh. So after you.
Okay.
Want me to be the bad guy only.
You're already the bad guy.
Yeah, what? Celia?
Matt's like, okay, if Kara kills them, then I won't be the bad guy.
It's not killing them. It's just killing them in dance off.
Yeah.
You die in the dance world, you die in real life.
It's true.
Celia
Kinda.
opens a portal to another plane of existence.
Oh, sweet. I was thinking the
that's
same thing.
Just like aurora borealis light, and it illuminates it illuminates a creature within 100 feet in a halo of light. So Celia is like suddenly outlined in this light, and because she and Chet are holding hands essentially, the refraction on her like sparkly dress is also hitting Chet.
And my glistening skin.
and his
from the
glistening
moisture.
moist skin. And it's just
knew it
like
should be moist.
we are the disco ball in the sky.
Yeah, right now, absolutely. All the points of sparkles and glitter that you see on the floor, that is just from Celia's dress, light that is just bouncing off.
And that is my standard action.
Phenomenal.
Thank you for not hurting me.
Chet.
I already did.
All right, so
Again.
I'm like,
Celia has eliminated
I have
competition
entered
and
the
is
zone.
going-
I have reached the apex of existence, and I am attaining nirvana actively,
Yeah.
which means that I'm also fully attuned to my graviton abilities.
There you go. All of a
also
sudden,
means-
everything just lines up.
And I'm now going to free action land
Okay.
after using my meditative might to gain the bonus to the save. Well, I would take half fall damage if I fail
Yeah.
because of my other ability.
But you're not going to fail.
I'm not gonna fail. Oh, I might fail. That's still 25.
25. You're okay.
All right, cool. So as I land, I'm going to make a non-lethal melee attack at whoever's beneath me.
Spice.
Great.
Unfortunately, that is Spise, and if I hit, then you're gonna have a bad time, and I apologize.
What does this attack look like?
Basically, Chet is like, all right, back to the dance floor, and like, basically like scrunches down on the ceiling, and then pushes off like a swimmer, like,
Phenomenal.
flipping, and just like nose like straight down, right towards. Yeah, you'll come behind me.
Okay.
oh, thanks.
Phenomenal. You leap. And so far, Chet has never really tried to bring you.
You were a
This is not a
byproduct.
lead
Yeah.
or follow
And so-
type
Oh,
dance.
grab on.
There's no love in
Make
this
your
dance.
melee
We're
attack
ours.
Yeah.
against
Well,
Spice.
obviously do it.
As you kind of, it's less of an attack and more you physically careening your body into Spice.
Yeah, it's. Chet is a pacifist by nature.
Yeah.
One might
But
say this
this
is a
effect
rush.
requires a melee attack, so apologies.
Yeah.
Oh, apologies for that as well.
Okay. Awesome.
That's gonna be a 25 to hit.
Yep.
All right, so now
Of those.
this is a,
Spice dies on the dance floor.
no, because it's non-lethal, so you're not taking any damage, but you are gonna be quantumly entrapped.
What?
I don't know what that means. It sounds bad though.
When I am fully graviton attuned,
Oh shit.
I can pull a creature outside the normal confines of space and time. I have succeeded at a melee attack against your EAC. If I hit the target, you must succeed at a will saving throw.
Okay.
This is it. This is
Is
it.
this mind affecting?
No, it is not.
Okay. Oh, what do you say? Will save?
A will save.
14.
That is a failure.
Great.
Therefore, I now roll a
15.
Oh, wait, no,
D4.
16, sorry.
Oh, 16.
8 plus 8 is 16.
It's
9. Look at that.
Oh, will save. Sorry, I'm so used to my old character sheet. So what is it? 17?
17?
Yeah.
Let me just check.
That's
what
probably
the
high
save
enough.
is. I don't know.
It's 10 plus your
Half your caster level.
Man,
or
you
half-
gotta find my anticipation. I'm literally gonna die
It's not
here.
a spell, it's an ability.
never mind, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it's an ability. Let me just check the ability because I've
For
never played
flavor,
this
can I
character.
pass so I don't so I can do an actual turn?
For flavor, you had a fucking amazing turn with.
I
just-
still lost though.
Not your fault.
Yeah, Bubbles pulled it down.
Yeah, this
I
might
tried.
be
Tell Bubbles.
So what's going on?
unfortunate for you. It's in a different part, so I have to look.
Sorry, we don't play these classes
yeah.
regularly.
All right, +9.
We should rob them.
Valerian. All's fair in love and dance floor.
Oh, that was
That's
well
really
done.
cute. Yeah,
Very
I
well
like that.
done.
That was good.
That's some growth.
That's the
If
title.
I get you for
It's not saying
clothing,
anywhere where what
Secret
the.
Santa, that's
So
what
usually for
Nice.
a spell, it's like 10
I'm here for
plus.
it.
Yeah, it's not a spell though.
But like a
It's-
spell like ability, I mean, just to like calculate something, just so you have a number to go off of, you would
It's-
do 10 plus half your caster's level.
and then your spellcasting modifier.
I think Chet just forgot.
All right, well then that would make it 19.
No, so then I fail.
Sorry. So now I'm gonna roll a d4, and you cease to exist for that number of rounds.
I feel like you gotta.
It doesn't matter because it's the last fucking.
No.
round, so-
That sounds right to me.
Yeah.
All right, so 1 round, you just cease to exist.
It doesn't matter because it's the last round anyway.
And so Chet just swims down, and as your arm reaches out and brushes Spice, Spice just disappears.
She's like,
Not even, you literally just, you can't even think about what's happening. You are going to reappear after the competition.
Yeah,
and
let me
the
just-
competition's over.
Let me just read the text.
We'll get back to
for
that.
you. When the duration expires, the creature reappears in the space it last occupied or in the closest unoccupied space if its original space is now occupied. To the target creature, it seems as if no time has passed during its absence, and it returns exactly in the state it was when it disappeared, including having the same duration remaining on any spells or effects that were affecting it at the time of its departure. The creature is in an extra-dimensional space that causes it no harm, but it effectively ceases to exist and cannot be located or contacted by any mundane or magical means.
I
So,
think so. Like
Gibbs
Spice.
all the way back on the ship, lifelink, Spice just gone.
Gabe's just like panicked.
Just 6 seconds of like,
You just like watch
Gone.
like it's just a smash cut to Echo and Gibbs like looking at her communicator, being like, "Now if you uninstall this
cease to exist.
Right back over, and you watch a Spice just boom, blinks out of existence live and on TV.
Yeah, like she's
that is-
mid pose.
Anything else, Chet?
I just go, oh.
Okay, free action dance. That brings us to
thought Celia was bad.
just Bubbles.
back.
Bubbles in the far realm. Roll a d8.
I need. Oh, go ahead. No, I need one again.
D8.
I'll take yours. It's a 7.
7, okay. And you like get to the bar, you grab onto it and you push off and you go almost straight towards the MC by 25 feet. You barrel your way through these dancers, pushing your way through.
Does Bub slip on the ice?
I would say make an athletics check. Take a -6 conditional modifier.
Because Bubs isn't aware that the ice is there.
Yeah, and that's why you're taking that modifier.
I mean,
Wanna
Bubs isn't
fail.
really aware.
You want to fail.
I do want to.
He
Let me
turns
repeat,
into
you
a
want to fail.
ice skater.
He's gonna roll high now because he said that.
That's a 9.
Okay, that's not great.
6.
Is that a 6?
Yeah, it's a 6.
Oh, good. Then what's athletics?
Yeah,
6 plus 5 is 11.
11.
Nice low.
You slip, completely losing your balance. You are all of a sudden the person that you were holding your hand, it just disappears. They vanish. Your body's not ready for that. So you just face plant on this ice. You go down hard. Does it just end the effect or?
It ends it completely.
Oh, and as you hit, your head cracks and there's just techno music everywhere. And you are right back and there's just like purple sparkles all across.
Celia in the middle, just like, oh.
I think like the second Celia sees you go down, she's like, "Oh shit," and then like makes eye contact with you.
Chet is like, Chet is basically where Bubs was.
Does Bubbles
but
get his
in
turn
like
back?
the happy mode.
It just says it ends.
Okay, yeah, so Bubbles, you have your turn. There is no Spice. Nowhere.
Okay. Where's the camera right now? On the platform?
It's on the Kasatha and the White Cape.
Where?
Oh,
Right here.
actually,
Yeah.
I'm no longer attuned.
Okay. And where is he pointing it right now?
Right now, there's 2 of them that are pointed at Chet, and there's 2 that are pointed at Celia, and they're like kind of starting to move as the 2 of them are beginning to move towards each other.
Okay. Bubs is going to. Okay. Where did Spice disappear from?
Like literally, like
Literally where we're standing.
they were like
doesn't
about to go towards you and then just disappeared.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um.
true.
You're like not where you just were. You're like in another part of the dance floor.
You
Spice
are
is
really
gone.
cognizant of the last round.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bubs doesn't know where Spice is.
Bad.
So he's gonna get on the stage, and he's just going to. He's just gonna,
Solo
yeah, he's just gonna
dance
solo
moves?
dance, and he's gonna take up.
Oh, dude.
And how he's gonna.
Dan.
How
Turn
how's
into
he
a
gonna
mosh
do this? Is he's going to
Bro, where's Donna?
he's gonna like try to do like a solo thing, just try to like bring it together. So he's gonna like just try to get everyone's attention and just like take out his paper mache rose and like kind of do like a solo, like try to get at least one solo spotlight on him and just hold the rose,
Oh,
Them
sweet
ideas.
Rose.
throw it up into the air as it's like a wish thing, wishing for Spice to come up, and I'll hold up my hands as the rose is in the air.
Phenomenal. Make a sleight of hand check.
That's good.
I like this. I like that.
People love a heartwarming moment.
Yes.
People don't love that.
Decade.
That's a 3.
Wow!
So you reach in, your hands are
Is that clock or
shaking.
is that 3?
That's a 3.
Put something on it.
Yeah, that's a three.
That's a 3.
You take this out, your hands are shaking. You don't know what just happened, but your mind just was splintered for a second. You look around, you don't see Spice. You are like completely unnerved, but you have to make this work. This is the date that you've been planning.
Yeah.
And you can see shit just in your face, just going like that.
I hate you so much.
And you're like, oh, I gotta do this. And you turn it as you go like this. Chat just reaches out and swipes this thing away, chops it straight in half. It just bursts everywhere. Paper mache, no longer even like a thing.
Can I
it just
catch a
scatters across.
petal?
Yeah, absolutely. You can catch a single petal up in the air as you like drift down. And Bubbles, anything else?
You guys are the evil big pads of this game. I hope you know that.
So that brings us to the rest of the dancers. I'm gonna make some saving
plan. That was
throws.
perfect.
Oh no, you're not whispering anymore. Great.
In my hands.
I know.
Aubrey and Ted, you can see all this stuff happening, and I mean, Chet and Celia running away with this, and you can see Ted who's there. He's going, at least we're having a good time.
I think apparent from her date, Aubrey loves the underdogs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like sad saps of immense. So his heart goes out to Bubs standing there alone. So Aubrey, from her, like she's kind of standing next to the platform, is going to try and stick. How does a grenade work? Is it AoE?
How does a
Better dead
grenade
than
work?
alone. How does it go? You aim it at a like an intersection
Okay.
on a grid line,
Might actually work
and
in our
you make your attack roll. If you're proficient, you have the proficiency and everything.
below
If you go under what would be a hit, it scatters.
Cool. So Aubrey's gonna angle a smoke grenade
Okay.
to hit only Chet and Winona. Whatever,
Winona Ryder.
Winona and Chet.
whatever your name is.
Sure.
That, I think, did more psychic damage from the because Celia senses the multiverse.
Okay, I am good at grenades. 13.
13. Roll a d8.
Ted's just trying to dance and have a good time, and his date lobs a grenade.
What it's worth though, you take this and you do. It's a bend and snap, and because it really is part of a dance move, it's not a tactically placed grenade. It just off and goes over the stage, and it lands about 2 spaces behind where you were intending, and a little bit off to the right. And the radius on that smoke grenade is 10 feet, correct?
20.
20 feet. So, and as it does that,
Right here.
it completely encompasses Ted. It completely encompasses. Actually, not. I don't think you. I think it's just Ted. You take this
Wait,
and you
he
go
has asthma.
and you go.
Oh my
that,
God.
And you throw it, and as you do that, Ted just goes, "I got it," and grabs the grenade in this like supernatural display of reflex, the most reflexive, and you actually hear Ted just go, "Oh, my shoulder!" But as it happens, he looks and he goes, "What is this?" Right in his face, and smoke billows out. But that is
Get his inhaler.
that is Ted. As an action,
I have a med patch.
full action inhaler to
thank
survive the smoke
Nice.
grenade. But anything else, Aubrey?
I've done enough damage.
You kind of take Ted by the collar, you're like, "Oh, let's get you out of here, Ted." And with that brings us to the very end of this dance
guess it
competition. The
turns
song
out I'm a
ends, that
semi-professional
last thing
dancer,
just
too.
ticks
You're
down.
not bad.
And Celia and Chat with the clean sweep. There is cheering. The lights kind of come back on. There's all kinds of little of confetti comes down.
I think
And
the
all of
confetti
a sudden,
floats.
as the confetti comes down, Spice, you just appear.
Can I catch her?
No, because like Spice just appears like standing on the ground, just
to you.
right there.
Yeah.
Like literally the same way that Spice left, Spice reappears, but just like
And so, Spice,
out of breath from
when you
dancing
were going
so
up,
hard.
you just hear like dun 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 dun, and you hear, "Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching," and it's just totally jarring, totally different like thing going on. But I'm gonna take you guys out of my
Babe, you disappeared. Where'd you go?
oh, there you are, Donna. Hey, the gang's all here. Hey, so are you guys dating?
So are you guys dating?
Well, my agent told me that it would be good for, what was the word?
And so over all this, the MC is like, congratulations to Celia and Chet for the victory. Da-da-da. He comes over and he brings over these two, they're like stainless steel crowns, and gives each of you one of these. You were also each given a 10,000, or sorry, you were each given a 5,000 credit stick, and obtain just a little bit more finances for your one-shot characters who are actually now technically more successful than your actual characters.
Seriously.
Semi-professional surfer and dancer.
And they also hand over 2 Jacinto Hydro flasks. However, after that kind of dies down, the MC does come over to you, Bubbles, who, like, Bubbles and Spice, the two of you just went to different dimensions. Spice, you, like, whatever you thought of, like, afterlives and stuff, probably drawn into question. Like, that's a very traumatic. But people are cheering and, like, laughing. And then all of a sudden, like, as you're, like, shaking and possibly even crying, I would be probably after that, this guy just goes, and for second place, 2 Jacinto Hydro flasks, and just, like, shoves them into your hands.
Oh, baby.
And you get a bright orange one, you get a bright green one.
I think we got second place, babe.
Do you know what the metal...
This doesn't match our outfit.
Instantly a rash. You are reacting.
I can't... Hey.
Your hands start to sweat.
Do you have this in like a chrome color? This isn't really going with the vibe.
She just like walks away and she's like addressing the rest of the crowd.
Included in this crown, but therefore I'm going to
as this is happening, I'm just gonna look at Spice and I'm gonna see there's a little smile on her face, and I'm just gonna take out my Polaroid camera and just, hey babe, I want to remember this night.
And she's like sweaty and a little bit confused, but she smiles at the camera.
And I'm gonna do like a selfie right between us and just snap.
There you go.
I think while he's taking the picture, she's going to reach behind her for Celia's wherever she put the credits, and I'm going to try to sleight of hand.
Yes!
Okay, make a sleight of hand check.
I will assist by being like, excuse me, Donna
you're
and
dead.
Dan. I have this crown, but I am highly allergic, as you can see by the swelling in my hands.
You can see like his finger is like going around the edge of the crown now. It's like significantly.
It gets melded into my skin and becomes a more prominent issue for me. I would humbly request that one of you, as the second place winners, receive this crown.
Spice will get down on one knee like she's being knighted.
All right, that's cool.
You have to like shake it off because your hands have like, and like there's an imprint in them. Almost.
I'm gonna
instantly.
go find a sink.
You go over. There are those 2 bathrooms right there.
I think Spice like shakes your guys' hand like, good game.
I'm gonna go wash my hands first.
Celia doesn't.
Well, she like Spice awkwardly reaches her hand out and goes, okay.
So is it sense motive to sense whether
Perception.
perception?
Make a sleight of hand check for those credits.
31.
31.
So when I built Celia, she's not very like empathetic or perceptive of others,
Sure.
and her perception score is a +2
Hey, you're dead.
for a grand total of 6.
Celia, all that you can look at are the smoking remains of the personal protagonist. You can't even get a replacement. Even if you could afford it, it's not available yet. And they're sold out for years.
Though.
No, they deserve it.
No, I mean, they
have
deserved it, but
emotional
that was a cool
intelligence.
homebrew thing that I destroyed.
Excuse me, Dan. Could you help me and hold the door open? Because my hands have swelled to the point that I can no longer reach the handle.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Righteous.
Bubs is gonna take out a sandy wipe and like open the door for him.
Desperately
Would you
picking
care
up the
to join me
pieces.
in the lavatory for a moment so that I may ask you a question of a personal nature in a more private setting?
Normally I don't go into bathrooms for people to ask me.
Don't
private
worry, I'm
questions.
not gonna say anything or do anything weird to you.
You can see these huge swollen hands on
I
this
just may
Woyoko
need some
fish person.
assistance given the state of my hands and forehead.
Can you hold my... Never mind.
That's kind of where, yeah.
Chet, you know you're a really nice guy, but you know I think
Bobby, just go help him.
okay.
And for what it's worth, those are the bathrooms. So, like, you two are sideways sliding in because they're you guys have seen the Jacinto LiveWorks bathroom stalls before. These are ubiquitous throughout the galaxy, and they're
Bubs
quite small.
just witnessed the death of the known universe at the hands of a great old one with Celia's face, and somehow this is his worst nightmare.
Dirty
I
bath.
mean, that old one doesn't have any germs on it.
With a moist salamander.
End of the universe
person.
means end of all germs.
Yeah.
Oh, Chad, I think I'm done here. I'm gonna.
The invitation to the restroom was a pretext, my bro. I noticed while we were dancing and I had reached a state of perpetual nirvana that you and Donna have a serious thing going on, but I could also sense amongst the waves that there was something causing you personally some strife. I don't know what it is, but I just thought that you might be receptive to a word of advice as a fellow traveler along the waves of life.
Yeah, there's a secret I'm keeping from her, and I
had a sense about that kind of thing.
if she found out the secret, it would destroy our relationship.
Can I give you a word of advice, my bro? I feel like we've known each other for
For a whole 2 hours.
minutes, but it feels like years.
Well, I mean, yeah, I
Whatever
guess.
secrets you have are going to be rocks in the path of your relationship. You cannot cross over the river of life with rocky terrain. That will totally bum up your board, dude. You gotta get rid of that rock between you and Donna if you're ever gonna have what you seek in that relationship. Could you put some soap?
At this moment before he says that, Bub's just thinking, maybe I have to tell Spise about Julian.
Who's Spise?
It's in his head.
Yeah, it's in his head.
But so is Chad.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, here's...
Oh, wait. Oh, crap. I don't have any of the ingredients on that. Oh, man.
Morsel.
well, I have some...
Do you think that this
Bubs is
has
gonna,
any sulfides, glycerides, or lauryl sulfates?
Does...
Bubbles, you can make a physical sciences check. Take a +10 conditional modifier. You know a thing or two about soap. You know a thing or two because you've seen a thing or two.
Is that cocked? What is that?
Natural 20.
Please, just for shits and giggles, let that be a natural 20.
It would make so much sense.
That's a 12 plus...
Plus 10 is 22 plus...
Plus whatever.
What am I rolling? Joe?
Physical sciences.
Sciences?
Oh, I probably got a 0.
Still,
Yeah, it's a 0.
22?
Yeah, 22. That's...
This soap you recognize based on the fact that, like, as you touch it, it does have an element that dries out your skin, that it definitely has some kind of a sulfate to it. So probably Chet, if he's allergic, does not want to touch this soap.
I know a lot about Squeaky Queen wipes.
Yeah.
Do I know the ingredients by
One
heart?
of the things that's amazing about Squeaky Clean Wipes is they have no allergens in them. And when I say no, I mean there is no species that reacts to that. That's incredibly rare.
Yeah, Chet, you really gave me another way of looking at things. Here, I'm gonna give you something very important to me.
Oh,
And he's gonna give one of, I think he has like, I don't know, I know you gave me 40. I used a couple. I think I'm down to like 30 or something like that.
I have you at 24.
24. Jesus Christ, Joe. Oh my God. Whew, I gotta get those vending machines.
There's some right here.
Here you go.
Oh man, are those squeaky cleans?
Yeah.
Dude! I haven't found these.
Keep your voice down. I don't want people to know I have these.
I've been looking for these. You're a squeaky clean, bro?
Yeah,
I knew I had a good feeling about you, bro.
Squeaky-
Thank you. We are squeaky clean brothers officially.
Bubbles will take the wipe. He'll dispose of it in the disposal bin, and it was nice meeting you, Chet. And
Oh yeah,
I'll look out for those rocks.
Chet, roll a
advise
D100.
that.
This is I'm determining something about Chet's past right now.
Oh my god. He has backstory and
Chet has lore.
Oh my god.
Celia does not. Celia has
lore.
She has lore, but it's not deep.
My dad.
Chet, this reminds you something. Not only are you squeaky clean bros, that's kind of actually really exciting because that company went out of business. As luck would have it, you did have a sponsorship with them, and the wording is such that they still need to supply you with a certain amount of squeaky clean wipes and other products every year. So you still get new ones. And will continue to do so for the next 15 years, for what it's worth.
Oh,
My bro.
I'll see ya.
Wait,
what?
I feel like we've made a cosmic connection here in this bathroom today.
Yeah.
Let me see your cum, bro.
Yeah, of course.
You recognize Chet's information
Why does this always happen to
to your communicator. It's such a tight bathroom, too. I cannot stress enough that when he says, "Let me see your communicator, bro," you feel along your ribs Chet's hands as he goes up and like goes to grab it. You guys are very close together. When he asks,
More than 2 hands, by the way.
he only has 2, but they're huge right now. They're gigantic.
The typing is like bum 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 bum.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, could you? I don't think I put it in right.
Yeah,
I'll tell it to you. And then, so it's 5, 6, 6, 3, 4, 5, 7, 7, 7, 8, 9, 3, 6, 2, 5, 9, 12. Dash.
That was just the area code.
Yeah.
So, I had this deal before with Squeaky Clean before they went out of business.
Yeah.
And they still send me free shit sometimes.
Oh my god, Chet.
Yeah, so like, do you have a pad? I'll send you shit.
No, yeah, and I'm gonna
As a
write
fellow
down.
squeaky clean bro, I understand the difficulties that it takes to find them now, especially as someone with so many allergies.
Bubs will write down. I think the only address I know is the Eclipse Mall, the apartment for Megan Mar.
Yeah,
Megan
but
Mar.
I know
Living
that-
there
How the
still?
fuck are we getting
As
some
far as you
squeaky-
know, yeah.
I thought they bought a place in RS Bay, though. I don't know the address.
They did,
address.
yeah. You don't know when they're moving, but they did buy
And
one.
this stuff might get forwarded.
Yeah, who knows?
Okay, yeah, I'll give him that. You can't give him the ship.
There you go. You send them away to the condominiums that they were renting out in the Eclipse Mall. No problem.
All right, my bro. Let's get out of this restroom so that
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
continue our wave of life together.
Yeah. Bubs will open the door and lead Chet out.
The door opens and they have to like shuffle out to get out.
That was a transcendent bathroom experience, and I highly recommend
There's
all
like
of you
8
use
people
it.
waiting because there's only 2 bathrooms and like everybody was waiting for the
Did
competition
anyone
to end.
poop in a nearby planter?
The need is not so dire. There's many buildings around here, but yeah, you leave after that transcendent experience.
That's it for me.
Bubs is gonna go up to Spice. Babe, I had a lot of fun tonight.
I did too.
You know, it's weird because, you know, we're always, you know, getting into, you know, ship combat or tracking the newest bounty, and, you know, we're all in a whole new class of bounty hunters, and we're always busy now, and it seems like everything's getting harder, and, you know, it's good. These are good problems to have, but, you know, sometimes I feel like we're forgetting things. You know, I don't want to be in a situation where we're so busy that we forget why we fell in love in the first place.
I think today was exactly what we needed. This was great.
Well, as long as we have each other, and I think any rock in our path, we'll find a way to overcome them together.
Celia has made a little like shrine to her little companion and is like taking a photo with her communicator.
Every now and then you finish it and you go, and you like go to look sad, but your personal protagonist is not there.
Oh,
And so like it's been so ingrained in you that it's like several tries where you're like, oh right, okay, I need to take a picture, and it's like still not there, and like it's
During all the setup, she like digs in her purse and is like flicking through things.
Did you lose something?
And she like some like cards scatter on the floor. And like while Spise is just like glaring in a corner at her and enjoying the fact that she has her crit stick in her pocket, she gets like a ticket to a dinner and a show thing that slides over towards her at a Prime Station restaurant.
okay.
Wait, what did Celia just give Spise a...
No, not intentionally.
So Spise like sees the reservation and goes,
Nice.
You know, even though I kind of don't understand what happened, I kind of had a little bit of a brain malfunction when we were dancing, but
Oh, that happens to me sometimes.
I think you guys are, you're not bad people, and it looks like your camera accidentally broke, but I have this. I'm gonna take out my Polaroid camera. It's like an old technology, and it's kind of it's different, and I'm gonna. Come on, everyone.
Oh.
Let's get close for a
that's
picture.
so cute.
That's really
Spise
adorable.
like dies
My
of
squeaky
cuteness.
twin brother.
And I imagine we all.
She
We all-
reaches down and picks up Celia from the floor.
Chet's just gonna like full on just be like, oh, Brony.
And I'll offer to Audrey.
I imagine Aubrey is in the background, but
That's
like at the
exactly what I
bar,
was
like
thinking,
kind of
yeah.
backs turned, but you see like her and Ted like talking to each other, but sort of smiling.
Ted just being.
And that, just sort of like continuing the conversation, but that's the gist.
And Bubs he'll take the selfie with all of us in it, and then he'll take out the photo and he'll give it to Celia and say, Celia,
And say, hold through selfie.
this isn't something you share. This is something you hold on and just reflect later in life.
She just has an envelope now.
Basically, it just looks like a flat piece of paper with like a little glossy square in it, and slowly the square is darkening. But it's like it looks maybe broken.
Oh. Just give it a second. It'll show up.
Shake it, shake it, shake it.
I was told that you weren't supposed to do that, actually.
I'm
It's
literally
a
not.
common misconception.
And slowly, Celia, and you're not used to things happening slowly. But this
slow.
very slowly appears the image of you and Chet and Bubbles and
So slow.
You look really good. Do you want me to post that? I'll post that on my Infogram.
Yeah.
You look great in it. I can add your favorite filter if you want.
Oh man, excellent bartender and excellent politeness. That is a key sign.
That's why they call me
you-
Donna the Great.
Chose a good
you
one there,
Be
bro.
so kind as to roll a diplomacy check just to see if Celia will allow you to do this.
Mind.
Ding.
That's cocked.
Well, it's a
Oh, that's high enough.
18 on the die plus 5 plus like 20.
A bazillion.
Yeah, so 45.
Just be sure to tag me.
You got it.
And Spice will like touch
Oh, your
everything up
camera
and
thing
post
it
it.
broke. What happened?
Chet.
Oh, dude, it's cool. I'll just get you a new one.
I don't. Okay. Bubby, we'll see you guys. Great to see you guys again.
For what it's worth, Donna, or not Donna, Celia, for what it's worth, there is a notification that you've been tagged on a post. From not Donna Valentine,
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
from somebody named Spise, but because it's 9:25, an excellent place for us to end. We're going to end for the evening. Thank you for joining us for the strangest session of Starfinder I think I've ever run. In a dance-off date brawl. We're going to be back next week for a little bit more Starfinder, potentially more storyline based. But if you can't wait that long, tomorrow night we'll be here for a little bit of D&D at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Courts of Everest. Matt will be there, Carol will be there, I will be there. We're going to have some other folks joining us as well. But please stay safe, and we'll see you next week.
See you, space boyfriend. Touch-